free. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Labor Day sale. Blindster.com.
Grainberry, healthy cereal for your family.
You've heard our jingle, but have you tried our cereal? Hi, I'm Peter Harris for Grainberry, and I'm giving listeners a chance to win a free box of Grainberry cereal with amazing onyx sorghum every week for a year. Just go to Grainberry.com right now and enter for a chance at free Grainberry cereal for a year, and we'll send you a $2 off coupon off your next box. Grainberry, with our exclusive and patented onyx sorghum, starts with lower sugar than most cereal. We use only whole grains to help slow sugar absorption, making it great for managing diabetes and prediabetes. And it's loaded with tons of flavor. Available in multi-bran flakes, Honey Nut Toasted Oats, and delicious cinnamon frosted shredded wheat. Just go to Grainberry.com right now and enter for a chance at free Grainberry for a year, and we'll send you a $2 off coupon off your next box. Start living a healthier...
Check and see if we got you, Tom. We got about 20 seconds.
Healthy cereal for your family.
It's the Dan Kapla Show.
Tom?
6.
Thursday at 4. It's the gift that keeps on giving. This goofiness from the left now claiming they can keep Trump off the ballot under the 14th Amendment. I will expose and debunk that line of attack. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make your life a little easier. And this hour brought to you by WaterPros.net, the best in the water systems for the lowest prices anywhere. And I can't say enough about WaterPros.net. I have the system here. I just gave Buddy a drink of water, and I said, I just love this water. But you can also get full house systems for under $4,000, way under $4,000. You can get whole house PFA filters for $1,200, reverse osmosis drinking water under $1,000. You'll never find better. 303-862-5554, 862-5554, waterpros.net. Buddy Mitchell's with us from Simply Floors, Inc. I haven't talked to Buddy in a long time, and Buddy and Karen are the owners, and we're going to emphasize Karen, woman-owned business for sure, and Buddy works for her. How about that? And he's our flooring expert, has been for years. We haven't talked in a while, Buddy. And I want to know, and by the way, calls, people, problems, questions, complaints, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And, Buddy, what I'd like to know, and Mark, you're there, right, Mark? Yeah, Mark's there. So anyway, Mark, I have Buddy here with me, and there you go, Buddy, your own camera even. What's new in flooring? Oh, hold on. Let me put your mic on. There you go. There you go. You're done.
What's new for us is we brought in a couple of new lines. That,
but as far as materials?
Materials, there's not much new.
Is LVT
tell me how the level is.
It's taken over, yeah. Laminate's on its way
testing,
back.
Testing, I'm yelling. How's everything
Laminate
going
is more
today?
scratch resistant than LVP.
No buzz, no buzz?
LVP is plank, luxury vinyl planking.
Luxury vinyl plank, and so the benefit of LVP is if it's topically waterproof.
We're good over there.
And it's topically waterproof, and now they've made good quality laminate topically waterproof. And so if you want the most scratch resistant, if you have a Rottweiler and you want a floor that he won't damage, you'll buy laminate. But if you buy
really, okay,
a lot of people are buying LVP.
And laminate is really, it looks like wood, just like LVT does, or LVP.
Yeah, if I were to bring you to an area and show you a really good quality laminate floor and a really good quality LVP floor, the laminate floor would look more like real wood.
Okay, and it's more resistant.
Visual.
What's more expensive? What's more expensive?
They're about the same.
Okay.
For qualities, if you can get a really cheap.
Well, it looks prettier.
Laminate and
if you get both the same quality, what's the prettier? The
laminate is prettier.
Okay. Now you don't ever redo laminate, right?
No.
Laminate is laminate. Okay.
So is LVP. Once you put LVP in, you can't refinish it.
Okay. And so you have. So when you said you brought in new lines, you have a new a mill, Proximity.
Yeah. Proximity Mills, Paradiso, Doma, and Newton.
Okay,
is
so
our 4 new lines that we
and you
brought
still
in.
can do anything from fix and flip to the dream home.
Yeah, we actually have a bigger selection now of higher end products than we used to have. So we're in 2021 we did $8 million.
Yeah.
And out of that we had done about $300,000 in wood. That's all that we did, and
Wow.
like really good quality wood. Last month we did about $250,000 in
Just in wood?
In just wood.
Now, so wood's coming back?
No,
Or never went away?
wood's always there. What I did is I said, okay, where can I find really good stuff? And I started bringing that stuff in. And with that, you know, when a customer walks in and, you know, they're building their dream house, most people don't think of putting plastic floors down in their dream house. They don't think of putting LVP. They're going to put a really good quality wood floor in. And so people that have a house that they're remodeling,
Sure.
you know, they bought themselves a $1 million home and
Yeah.
they're ready to redo all the floors. They're not putting in plastic.
Now, by the way, anything you need to know about floors, he's a walking encyclopedia, and that's simplyfloorsinc.com, Buddy Mitchell. We're going to go to Saul. Saul, and by the way, if you have a problem, question, or complaint, there's 2 places to call us. 303 Martino, you can call 24/7, leave a message, we'll get back to you. 303-627-8466, that's 303 Martino. Or you can call 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so Saul, what's going on with you?
Oh, hi. I was just calling because I was just having issues with my employer. I've been employed for this company for almost 7 years, and, you know, I've always worked hard, and well, they want to demote me and also reduce my pay.
You know what, Saul? This is what's it's good and it's bad depending on what side of the fence you're on. It's such okay. Employees really, unless there's a labor union or a contract, employees are in most states what's called employees at will. That means an employer can hire and fire you for any reason except what's against the law. They can't do it for, you know, illegal reasons like religion and national origin and things like that. But when you say all of a sudden, now you've been working seven years, right?
Yeah, coming on.
What kind of work?
Powder coating work.
Okay, and then all of a sudden, what does he say? Hey, Saul, we like your work. You've been with us for 7 years. We're going to demote you, or we're going to pay you less?
Yes, well, they're saying that it was due to my performance. They're saying that I have poor performance, but I've been here for 7 years, and I'm one of the top guys here.
What's really weird is, so they want to cut your pay. Is that what they want to do, or reduce your hours, or what? What exactly are they doing?
Yeah, they want to cut my pay. They want to reduce my pay rate from $25 an hour to $22.50. They want to. That's about $400.
That could be just the market, guys.
I know, and really, what I was going to say, Mark, on that line, they don't even have to give him an excuse. Buddy, you're in business. They don't have to give people an excuse. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not asking you if this is right or wrong, but as an employer, you don't have to give an excuse if all of a sudden you reimburse less, right? Or pay less?
I don't think there's a law that
Yeah,
says that I have to
it's
do
a pretty
it.
crappy thing.
It's the same thing as if he had someone offer him $27.50, he could just quit and go to work.
Exactly. It goes both ways. It cuts both
Guys, if they can't afford to pay that rate because maybe the economy's getting to them, it is what it is.
Now, it is what it is, Mark, and it could be because they can't afford it, but it could also be they want to increase profits. Let's face it. A lot of corporations, Mark, they lower employee, they get rid of older employees, get new ones, or pay less to increase profit. It's not always as a reaction to the market. Now, again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Well, actually, I'm going to take a stand on this one. If somebody's a loyal employee, I'm not saying you have to give them raises, but I don't think you should cut them back if the reason is, listen, if the reason is simply to increase profit. If it's because your overhead went up and things are getting out of control, that might be one thing. But, Saul, there's not much you can do about it. You do have, as Buddy said here, you do have the freedom to seek elsewhere if you have a skill. You know, what's all this stuff I hear about people dying for good employees? Is your skill marketable?
Yeah, I think it's marketable. It's also, I feel like it's also very demanding in the field. But, you know, it's kind of hard to find a job just because there's not very many powder coating companies, you know, that are running or, you know, that are here.
I want to ask you something about powder coating, Saul. You bring up a good point. It's not a dying trade. You're always going to need powder coating, right?
Yep.
I mean, then why are there not that many companies? Have you ever thought about doing your own thing?
You know what? I have, you know, but same thing. I mean, I think it might be a tactic that they try to use to scare people here. But, you know, anytime that anyone even mentions the idea of running a business, they like to say, oh, well, you guys are in a non-disclosure agreement here, so anything you do or learn here, if you try to use it for your own success.
Well, hold on, Saul. That's not entirely true, no matter what they make you sign. As far as what you're calling non-disclosure or trade secrets, there's also something called non-compete. And listen, they can't enforce that unless you're management and subject to true trade secrets. If you're simply trained in a skill, you can take any of those skills elsewhere. That part, don't let them intimidate you into that. Do you have any prospects for other jobs, Saul?
Well, honestly, you know, I actually did start my own powder coating business. It's called Aesthetic Alloys, LLC. I've been keeping it kind of a secret, mainly due to the fact that I didn't want to lose my job.
Could this have something to do with it?
Well, yeah, could it have something to do with it, Saul?
He could be poaching those people's clients.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking, do you think that has something to do with it? They found out you started your own company.
No, I don't think he knows. No, I've been keeping it a secret as much as I can, just so that way no one could find out. So I think they're just doing it entirely because...
So, Tom, do you still have the same stance you had a few minutes ago?
Well,
what's that?
Here's what I said, Mark. The stance I had a few minutes ago, I still have. And that was, if someone gets their payment is lowered just because the company says, you know what, we haven't made profits, we're not making more sales, let's go ahead and let's make more profit. I think that's wrong to take an employee who's producing the same as he has been and been with you for years to cut his pay. Now, I'm not saying you have to give him a raise. I'm not saying you have to do that. But yeah, I have the same stance. However, as far as reasoning, I think they know about you doing work on the side. I think I do. I think that's a hunch. But you have to now, you're at a weird position. You have to decide, do you want to go all out on your own or not? And how are you going to get your work, Saul, if you do? How are you going, where do people advertise for powder coating? I mean, it's not something you see on TV or radio because it's too general. How do you publicize? How do you get customers?
I have an Instagram profile. I'm trying to make a Facebook profile. I'm in the process of making a website.
Saul, when
that,
you're ready to publicize your new company, I'm gonna let you promote it right here. When you're ready to go whole hog, I think you're gonna have to break out on your own. And I don't know if you know anything about running a business, but I do know powder coating services. They're pretty cool. Now, what do you powder coat most there at the one you work at?
At the one I work at, it's more of like an industrial one, so we do a lot of bigger jobs, like big handrails and construction equipment, stuff like that.
And for those listening, powder coating is a process for painting or applying color finishes to metal, and it's very, very, very durable. A lot of people like to powder coat, for example, on a car. Can't you powder coat exhaust stacks and frames and things like that?
Yep.
Yeah. So, Saul, the quick answer to your initial inquiry, they can do whatever they want as long as they're not breaking the law. Yep, 303.
Well,
yeah.
Just like you're doing whatever you want, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really do appreciate the input, guys. I really just needed an outside.
And by the way, when you're ready, I'm serious about this. I'll help you kick off your new business. No charge. I'll just promote it right here. I mean, I'll let you brag about it. Maybe there's people out there that need powder coating and they want someone. But it's going to take some to get set up, isn't it? Don't you have to have a lot of different equipment to do it?
Well, I already have some equipment. I'm slowly building up my equipment.
Good.
I honestly have Yeah, I think I'm able to. I'm pretty much ready, but I mean, I'll definitely give you a call back.
You definitely give me a call. You have an open invitation. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, 888heating.com. Efficiency, value, honesty, integrity, everything you want in heating and cooling. If you're looking to replace, 888heating.com. Of course, they can service as well. 303-770-2776.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review.
10 seconds, Tom.
Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
No one encourages crime. No one encourages drinking and driving, and none of that. But I do encourage you to always have a great attorney if you do get in trouble for any reason whatsoever, because you deserve that. And you never go through the system alone. Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney, and he has a specialty in DUIs as well. If you are falsely accused, made a stupid mistake, want to plead guilty, or somewhere in between, he'll do a free initial consultation always. Then a flat rate price on anything he does for you. Don't ever shop under pressure. You can find Joe Lazzara at referralist.com, Lazzara, the LazzaraLegal.com, 303-429-6200, 429-6200.
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show. I'm sorry, one more time. You sound like you're in a well. I'm sorry. So I would need to call and get his permission.
Yep. Okay, now I know what you're saying. Yep. Now,
What's your name? What's your number? Perfect. And that's 303-525-7550? Okay, perfect. I will reach out to him and see if he can give me a call.
Hello.
Hello.
So I got no buzzing, huh?
Not here. When I turn on YouTube, there's a buzz there for some reason.
That should be gone, Jack.
Yeah.
Can you double check that?
Yeah, pulling up YouTube again. Hang on.
And man, we have almost zero delay. Hey, Buddy Mitchell, what's going on, brother?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
We're doing good, too.
Tom, you got to go check out his new showroom. It is nice.
Yeah, my daughter is going to school.
On YouTube, there's a buzz there for
There still is a buzz right now.
Just wanted to.
YouTube again.
She's 18, graduated high school.
Yeah, there's a slight buzz, but you know, whenever we talk, it's gone. It doesn't go away, but it's covered up.
It's costing
That is so weird. Let me look at VMix again.
Okay. Let me just tell you this, Tom. 2 years.
Hey, Tom, did you change something, some input?
Graduate stuff. You know, the first 2 years of college.
No, Tom never changes anything.
No, never.
You go in and you just take your courses.
Kelly, what were you saying?
There is a buzz on that I can hear it still.
It's not coming through on air. It's not coming through like you right now, but it's just on YouTube. For
So
some
it's
reason.
got to be something he missed. It's got to be something he did.
But he never changes anything.
God dang it.
Science.
Maybe a weird setting.
Just say, oh, England doesn't know how to teach science?
I think it's something Kelly did.
Yep. Blame me.
Hey, well, we'll wait till he's done. I have no idea what he did. Honest to God.
It is. It's like,
How bad's the buzz?
When we're talking, our voices cover it up and you can barely hear it.
So he's overmodulated going from the laptop into
The sound card. That's the only thing
Yeah,
that could
best
be.
guess.
Holy
Almost like
shit.
an underlying bed.
So that could be a 3-day deal.
Oh, totally.
4 days. I'm afraid if I tell them to mess with it, the whole thing will blow up.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
it livable? I'll ask people on YouTube, should we get Tom to try to fix it? Should we get Tom to try to fix the buzz? It might take us down for the rest of the day. You guys vote.
Ooh.
It's like, and so we're doing that. So we're getting there Saturday about noon because we leave Friday night. We're gonna move her in Saturday and Sunday.
Let's see.
This part of Denver has to go down into the bad part. It's
Tom to try to fix it. Should we get Tom to try to fix the buzz? It might take us down for the rest
There's
of
like
the day.
5
You
universities.
guys-
They also have public, not public, they have privately held apartments. And those people that have those apartments build them for students and then like.
Yeah, he's got to be overmodulated.
Yeah, a couple of people are saying it sounds clear, so don't touch the thing. And there's somebody else says now it's
Let's see
bearable.
if we can't get him to
10 seconds, guys.
To redo the camera.
Advisors, TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. I encourage you to call with problems, questions, and complaints. And if you have any questions about, of course, floor coverings, we have Buddy Mitchell with us. And if you have any garage door questions, oneclearchoicedoors.com. That's One Clear Choice Garage Doors, but the website is One Clear Choice Doors. Now, let me explain why. Their website is the only one of its kind where prices are fully disclosed on everything they do for your garage door, whether it's the entire opener, door, any part of it, broken springs, 24/7 service. They're great people. They really are. I've had them at my house 5 or 6 times over the years. 720-370-3987, oneclearchoicedoors.com. Okay, so let's talk to Aaron. Aaron, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's going on, Aaron?
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. What's happening?
So I basically have had a claim floating for over a year and by a quarter.
You know why? Because you have one of the top 5 bad companies. You have, it's not State Farm's one of them, Allstate's another, Farmers another, Fred Loya's another, and guess which one is also in the top 5 bad? American Family.
American Family.
Yep. So tell me, what's the problem?
So basically, we had a leak in April of last year that we woke up to, and all our floorboards that warped, our French doors went offset. We don't know where else it went down. They came in and claimed it was only about $14,000.
Now, where did the water come from?
It came from the sink, and we did not know what was coming.
Wait, from where?
From my sink.
Okay, got it.
So basically, yeah, so then in the kitchen.
Now, when you say you didn't know you had it, I got to ask you this, Aaron. This is really important, and I know you didn't call about this one, but was it slowly over time or a broken pipe?
No, it wasn't a broken pipe. It just burst on the actual seal on the sink, so we didn't know what was going on. So it was flushing out water.
Okay, but it happened all at once.
Yes.
Okay, the reason I'm saying this is slow leaks over time and slow deterioration of anything over time is not covered by insurance. It's considered maintenance, and that includes water and sinks and all that. But your seal broke, and all of a sudden you had a lot of water damage, right?
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
Now, you had an adjuster come out?
From a family.
Okay, and what happened? When was this?
Was probably, I'm trying to remember, it's probably right around end of April.
Okay.
We had called our agent, and then he sent it out maybe mid-April, end of April. And then basically we had American Restoration.
Good.
It didn't seem right. So we had American Restoration come out. They took a look at it, gave us their thought processes. Then we went to a public adjuster.
Good. What public adjuster?
Peter, I don't know. I don't remember his last name.
Peter Rodolfo. Okay, so did he? Let me ask you something. Did Peter help you?
No, not at all. It's still going.
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, you know what? What Mark is saying is kind of true. He used to do a pretty damn good job years ago. And Mark, what happened?
Hell if I know what happened. I started getting complaints. I took him off the referral list over a year ago. He just doesn't contact. He doesn't call. He doesn't get anything done.
Listen, did you sign a contract with Peter?
He'll let you out because I'll threaten to go after
him.
him.
All right, I want you to get out of the contract with him and go to Matt over at Paragon.
Okay.
And we'll help you do that. Now, here's what I want to know.
That'd be awesome.
Here's what I want to know. What is the reason for the delay?
Nobody's called me back. Nobody. I didn't get a call back from Peter. I haven't got a call back from anybody else. I've contacted American Family, and I keep escalating it, and nobody's calling me back, period.
Okay, now, they have just totally ghosted you.
Yep.
All right, we're going to have to put this, we're going to have to give this to somebody to work on for you. But Matt is going to be a good first step over at Paragon Services. See, this is what Rodolfo should have been doing for you. And unfortunately, he's not. So,
no.
Well, here's what Matt's going to do, and here's what Peter should be doing. They should be communicating, saying it's going to be whatever, let's say $100,000. And then if the insurance company balks, they're going to invoke the appraisal clause.
Yeah, we're here, bro. We're here, Aaron. Aaron?
Hello?
Okay, Aaron can't hear us.
Something's wrong.
Kachina, get him on, go off the air and try to get reestablished with Aaron.
And here's what I need from him, Kelly. What I need is for him to write an email and copy me in it, give him my email to Peter, saying I want out of this contract, you won't return my calls, and make sure he sees I'm CC'd in it.
Now, let's wait until Matt gets involved before we
Matt's
assign
not going
it.
to touch it if he's under contract with Peter.
No, he's going to get out. Aaron, did you reestablish contact? Aaron, are you there?
We should be good.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Did you sign a contract with Rodolfo?
Yes, we did.
Okay. I want you to call him and tell him you want out of the contract and ask him to give you a written release.
If he returns my phone call, he doesn't answer the phone either.
This guy.
Email him and CC me. Kelly will give you my email.
Okay, let's do that. This is what we're going to do first. Once you do that, okay, then we want to get you with Matt, and then I'll assign it to one of my deputies. So we have an action plan. 303-713-TALK. How's that for an action plan? Now, Denver Regenerative Medicine. I told you they did wonders for me. They can do wonders for you. They're great people for stem cell therapy. DenverRegen.com. If you have pains, aches, bad joints, before surgery, check them out. Now, they can't fix everything, but they can get it. If you get there quick enough, they can help you tremendously. DenverRegen.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
An active Thursday mid-morning drive throughout the Denver Metro. I-25 northbound, we're looking at some slower speeds between Orchard Road up north to about University. Into downtown, I-25 southbound, looking at speeds in the 30s and 40s between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. Out east and near the airport, E-470, both north and southbound. Watch out for paving operations between 56th and I-70 at the moment. Southbound 470, we've got a right lane closure around 56th. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, sunny skies today. Another warm one with a high of 90 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 55. Tomorrow, high of 90 again. The current temperature in Denver, 76 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blinds.
All right, Tom, you're up next. 10 seconds.
Custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Labor Day sale. Blindster.com.
Hey, you know that I love saving money. EuroPlumbingColorado.net will save you money. What does Euro Plumbing do? Well, they install water heaters for an unbelievable price of $12.99, fully replaced with the old one taken away. They can do a 50-gallon for $13.99, and no matter what size, they say they will save you money way under the market. In fact, on garbage disposals, 90% under the market. Think about that. Or sump pumps. They can even repipe your house. EuroPlumbingColorado.net. You want to call them 303-668-6844. Hey, Dan McKenzie does estate planning, estate law, trusts, a simple will, a complicated will. Whatever it is you need. He can even do LLCs to preserve assets. That's a different way of doing it. Dan is very creative and innovative and someone you want on your side. McKenzie Law. Find him at referralist.com, or you can call him at 833-CO-PLANS. He's local, 833-CO-PLANS or coplans.co.
I'm waiting, so should not be long at all. Okay, hang on for me. Good morning. Thanks so much for calling the Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you? Hi. Good. How are you? Do you have some? You do. Okay. Cool beans. All right. Updates. All right. Hang on for me. Okay, Gene, we're going to get with you as soon as possible, okay? So
you see they're
patient with me.
trying to get
Yep,
Trump
just
off
be
the
patient
ballot
with me.
in
Hold on.
Colorado.
I know. They're doing
It's
it
such
all
a
over.
bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's noise. It'll never happen.
So,
Boy, I'll tell you this. I had no
word on the
idea
street
Peter
is
Boyles
Christy
was
Caper
so
did not
anti-Trump. Holy
get a very
shit. Did you know
positive
that?
rating for filling in for
He
Brownie.
is conservative but anti-Trump.
It's crazy anti-Trump.
Mike says you got a ton of emails with that.
But you guys didn't get any talkbacks or anything like.
No, we got roughly the same amount of talkbacks and texts that we normally would have, and 90% positive engagement.
I don't think he can win, Mark.
Yeah, that's
I'm not going into
Do you
it.
think I'm wrong this
Ryan and her
time?
actually.
I think if Biden wins,
friends.
or I'm sorry, if
Like, they
Biden
go out to,
runs,
like,
Trump wins.
I
I think
games and
if
movies and things
DeSantos
like
or
that.
someone else like
And
Haley
he texted her.
runs, they win. I think if the fucking Democrats got smart and put up a real candidate that could breathe and walk, I think they've got a way better chance. Biden is the poison right now. And I don't care what anybody says.
do?
Black voters, Hispanic, white, any race, color, part of life right now can't stand the guy. Except for Dragon. Dragon likes him.
I know. He can't win. I know it.
Yeah, just like you said in 16, Tom.
Did you hear what Buddy just said? He can't win.
Yeah, I know, Buddy. Just
I
like Buddy
called him
said in
winning the first
16.
time. I was one of the. I had a friend who's a big Democrat, and she. We went over to her house the weekend before the election, and she's saying, blah blah blah, and she kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, and because I know you're a Republican. I was like, I'm just going to tell you, he's going to shock the world and win this thing. And she's
He's
like,
gonna
"How-
do the
how do you
same thing
figure?"
again.
And I said, this whole game that Hillary played, calling this white privilege thing, I said, there's more poor white people out there than there are African Americans, if you take the statistics of poor white people. And I said, just tell them that they're privileged. When you're poor, I said, privilege is wealth. Privilege has nothing to do with skin color. It has to do with wealth. And when you're poor and you're white, so you're less of a human because you're not privileged, because you're privileged. And I said that the poor white voter is going to turn out hard for Trump, and they did, and that's why we won.
Guys, you're both missing it, though. Trump is killing in the polls right
10
now.
seconds here, guys.
Maybe. So was
Start
Hillary.
living a healthier life today.
Grainberry, Grainberry, healthy cereal for your family.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. June has a question on getting a credit report. Hello, June. I'm Tom Martino. What's going on?
Well, I have a big problem. One is, well, I have to tell you something about myself. In September, I fell, and I got bleeding on the brain, on the left side of my head, broken bones on the right side of my head. My right eye was damaged, and my nose was damaged, broken bones, and I'm getting all that fixed. My poor daughter has to take me everywhere, to the doctors, to everything. She shops for me and whatever. So recently I get in the mail that there's been a compromise all over, and I wanted just to get a copy of the free credit report. I don't want to sign up for monitoring. I am not online, but you have to go online in order for them to mail you the copy.
That's right.
That's right.
And I'm stuck because.
Can your daughter do it for you?
Online. How can I go online to get to?
Can your daughter help you?
Well, as I'm saying, she has done so much help that she's also doing an extra job because expenses have gone up. I didn't want to ask her to do this. I figured I could call in and ask them to send me the free copy, and I was going to do.
They won't do
one
it
every 4 months.
They won't do it because you got to verify your identity.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I gave them my social security number and everything, but you still
Mark,
have
do
to
you
go
know, is there a
online.
phone number where you can do this?
No,
No,
there's
that's the
not. And
problem.
there's a lot of
There's no
reasons
phone
for
number
that.
you can just call them.
No,
and say,
there's not. There
send
simply
me-
isn't. That you have to do it online, and you're going to
And
end
when
up
you're not
having to
online,
do it.
I must not be the only person in the world who's not online.
You're not, but what does that matter?
Yeah, you just can't do it.
Then I can't get my free copy.
June, what right now are you worried about?
I'd like to, because I have been compromised. I've got something in the mail, and they tell you, to you could sign up for 2 years for free, whatever, but you do it online.
Hey,
I can't do that. But the thing I
June,
could look at,
June,
is
listen,
my credit
June,
report.
even if you were compromised, I don't think you are. I think you're getting I think that's a come on that you got. But let's just say, even if you want to prevent from being compromised, you have to do what's called a credit freeze, and for that you need to do it online. There is
And
virtually
you
no
gotta
way
do it
to
with all
access your
three
credit.
bureaus.
What's that, Mark?
Well,
You
you're
gotta do
supposed
it
to be
with
able
all
to
three
get a free
bureaus.
credit report every year.
Oh my God, it's like a
And you
broken
can't get it.
record.
Okay,
which you
June,
can't buy anymore either.
June, listen, you can't do it without going online. That's life. You can't. I wish I could make it different for you, but I can't. You can't
Well,
do
see,
it.
There used to be an 800 number that you could call.
That's
and
right.
say, I
And
would
guess
like
what?
A copy of my free credit
That's
report.
right.
And, they don't
And
do
it
that
used to be, I understand that, used to be you could
And
buy
you used
TV
to be able to
dinners
call
for 69
Frontier
cents. You can't do it, June. I'm sorry. Honest to God, I'm sorry. What can I tell you? It doesn't matter how it used to be. You can't do it. You can't.
And if you find a friend or your daughter or someone to help you do it, you need to be there because they're going to be asking questions that only you know the answer to.
Yep.
Yes, I gave for example, I gave my social security number. I gave them a lot of
No.
information.
For
They did my
example, did
address
you
and all
live
that,
at?
but if
For
you don't
example,
do it
did you
online,
live
they
at
don't take that
552? Oh my
All right, so
God!
have a great day, June. We love you. We can't help you. I'm sorry. You got to be online. It happens sometimes. That's just the way life is. 303-713-TALK. Mike has a question for Simply Floors, Inc. Buddy Mitchell's with us today. Mike, what is your question?
Well, yeah, let me get to it in a circuitous manner here. I'm watching a series of videos on YouTube called I Am Puma. It's about this Russian couple that adopts this baby puma from the zoo. And now it's fully grown, and they let it run around and tear around the house. And I'm wondering if it's possible to guess or say which flooring they might have. You said laminate is more resistant to scratching?
Hold on. Talk about why.
Okay, so LVP can be cut with a knife, and if you drag something sharp over LVP, it's going to cut. Laminate, you need a saw for. If you go into any showroom, you come to my showroom, and you take your keys and you try to dig it into laminate, you can scrape it really bad. I don't care what the finish is on it. If you go over to the laminate and try to scrape it,
it's harder.
You'll get transfer from the metal on the key to the wood because they just made it so much harder.
Oh my God! So how is it actually constructed? The laminate.
It's basically.
Is it a core of wood?
MDF that's been hardened, right? So it's not MDF.
Okay.
They put bonders and
right.
stuff on that.
So it's a resined wood base. And then what's on top of it? Is that a thin, micro thin finish or what?
It's a finish. It's just there's a hardener put on it.
Is there a picture of wood?
Yeah, it's a picture of wood. It's a piece of paper, just like LVP. LVP and laminate are the same. The core of LVP is vinyl. So LVP stands for luxury vinyl plank. So what happened is when laminate came on, it decimated the sheet vinyl business. So the sheet vinyl people said, okay, we've been making linoleum for years. How do we make it harder? So they made it harder. Well, then they couldn't roll it. So they had to cut it into planks, and instead of calling it linoleum, they called it LVP, luxury vinyl plank.
Okay, but...
And they made it harder, but it's still, at its core, old linoleum.
Okay,
basically.
Just harder and a little better.
Right. Now, the stone core is kind of new. It's Stone core stands for SPC, stone polymer core. It's basically plastic and stone mixed together, and it's harder than WPC, the old Cortex stuff that came out, right? But laminate has an AC5. If you buy an AC5 rated laminate, it's 5 to 7 times more durable than LVP.
Wow.
We still sell 70% more, 80% more LVP than we do because people they're told that's what they should buy.
Now, do you have any follow-up questions, Mike?
Yeah. So if I had a 200-pound mountain lion tearing through my house, what would be the best choice of floor?
Laminate.
The laminate.
Tile.
Well, tile, the most durable floor you can buy is ceramic tile. Then it goes to concrete. Then it goes to laminate. Then it goes to LVP. And then it goes to wood.
And some carpets are pretty resilient, too. I mean, if you wanted carpet in an area, right?
I'm looking at Proximity Mills tiles, and they're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. We have
now,
cost-wise, tile is the most expensive floor you can put in.
Oh. Yeah, all right, if you have more questions, got to hold on. I got to take a break. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
As we hit those late morning hours, things are really calming down out there on the roads and freeways. I-25 southbound, we're still seeing speeds in the 40s and 50s into downtown between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. North from there, I-76 westbound, roadwork continues between US 85 and I-270. We're seeing some stop and go approaching I-270 at the moment. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from DIA. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, another sunny one out there today, high of 90 degrees, nice and warm. Overnight low of 55. Tomorrow, mostly sunny again with a high of 90. Some clouds rolling in for Saturday with a high of 87. The current temperature in Denver, 76 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we are
10 seconds, buddy.
window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Labor Day sale. Blindster.com.
You know what I love? I love value in products, but I also love durability, energy efficiency, beauty, custom fits, and here's what's most important for me, no or low maintenance. You get all of that with K&H Home Solutions and all of their home solutions. Provia soft light windows and doors, Diamond Coat siding, Provia entry doors, man. You will love K&H Home Solutions, including roofing and gutters. Give them a call, the oldest home improvement company in all of Colorado, 303-421-7100, 421-7100, khwindows.com. Hey, it's no secret that recently I had that 70th birthday. We were all joking about it, having fun. You know, I went to Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies late in life. They were a sponsor of the show, and I asked them to help me out on looking at what I have for retirement. I had a bunch of elements, individual elements, but no real plan. You see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you needed plans, like different kinds of strategies. They fixed me up to do the proper investing, estate planning, income planning, savings, all of that. They can help you too. They can help you no matter how much you make. They can help you as younger the better to build a retirement nest egg. They can help you grow it and then guarantee it for life. Why don't you call them and get a free evaluation? You'll love the way they do business. They'll meet with you until you're totally comfortable. They'll answer any question you have on what they do and what they charge, and it always outweighs the benefit. The benefit always outweighs what you pay, for sure. These guys are great. I use them. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. I wouldn't say it, but I didn't use them myself, and I honest to God do. I'm a customer. rpcenter.com.
Hello.
We're here.
Hello. See, if Shannon was here, we'd hear a joke. Come on, Dragon, tell a joke.
Well, you can joke. I can't joke of anything off of just hello.
None.
Give me something.
No
to
jokes.
Play off of.
All right. So a Catholic. Give me another religion. A Catholic.
Buddhist.
What else is there?
A
Muslim. And a Jewish guy walk into a bar. Now go ahead, finish it up.
And the Jewish guy makes everybody pay.
Oh! And the Catholic gets drunk. Oh.
I got one.
He's got one. Buddy's got one.
I'll tell you. So the same three walk into the bar, and the Catholic guy says, "How do you know that God loves Catholics more than he loves Jews and Muslims?"
720-938.
How?
He lets us eat bacon.
There you go.
I told that to a
I
Jewish
love
friend. He
bacon.
about fell over.
That's funny.
I made that.
Hopkins. Who the hell is this? This Mark?
Think about it. Jewish people aren't allowed to eat pork.
All right.
Neither are Muslims. And we're supposedly...
Yeah, who's this?
They're all the same God, right?
Yes. That's funny. That's funny.
Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Please hold a moment.
Go ahead and give him a call, and hopefully he'll be able to set you up. Okay?
You're not having any problems finding installers. We have a good set of installers. With the same people that have been working with for years.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know how this spring we had just so much rain, and this summer we had so much rain. We would have people call us.
Hey, Kelly?
She's on the phone.
I'm going to put up an outbound that just called me. I helped this guy out with a lazy boy couch 5 years ago, and he's still got my cell.
Great.
Yeah, we did a lot of blood work this year. I'm actually going to try to find 2 or 3 good restoration companies to work for because we had so many people also call us saying
American Restoration.
the restoration companies that we work with, their flooring contractor will put you.
You can go on and talk about it right now if you want. Yeah, do it. I will be here. Okay, thank you. Okay, great. Take care. Bye.
Hey, Kelly, I just put a car issue up. Call him right now. I already forget his name. I think it's Hopkins. Comprende?
She's still on the phone, but I'll tell her.
Okay, it's up there. I forget the guy's name. I just talked to him, and I already forget it.
Who are
And
you?
It's Fred. I'm Fred Loy. I'm trying to sell you some insurance.
10 seconds.
Has the solutions. 303-424-9441 or advancedmudjacking@yahoo.com.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to, did Mike did you get all your questions answered? I see him, he's still up there. I'm not sure, but.
I had another question. All this, again, keeping in mind.
Wait. I can guess his next question. So the first one was if a mountain lion's running crazy through my house. This one's going to have to do with a bear in paint.
No, we're still on the mountain lion. It's adorable. You have to watch the video. And so, second only to a cement floor or granite. You said ceramic tiles, the hardest man-made flooring. And my question is,
I don't think he said that.
No, he
I
did.
think he said tile. No, but porcelain's going to be stronger, right, buddy?
But you don't.
Properly installed, they're about the same scratch resistance.
Okay, and my question is, do these come in like traditional 12 by 12 tiles, and do they also come in like a wood finish?
You mean like to look like wood?
Yes.
Do ceramic tile ever?
Oh yeah, we have a large selection of ceramic tile that looks like wood.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot of grout lines?
Well, you do. I mean, you can make the grout lines as small as you want. You can make them look like
seams.
Like seams. Well, like grooves, like
right.
Yeah, you can buy wood look ceramic tile.
I didn't know that.
Porcelain.
That's cool.
Hey, buddy, what are subway tiles?
Those are 4-inch by 4-inch white tiles.
It's the shape.
It's the shape.
Oh,
and it's
tiny
the size.
little.
Well, I thought they were longer than they are wider, right? I mean,
they're rectangles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
rectangles. And we have tiles. You can get tiles that are 2 foot by 3 foot.
Yeah, and by the way, the subway name comes from the subway. Basically, if you look down in the subway, they're about 6 inches long and about 4 inches wide or 3 inches wide.
They're about the same size as a brick.
Yeah, they are. And some of them are, some designers have started using ones that are bigger, some are small, but they're usually white, right? Usually. But
if you come into our showroom, we have probably
a ton,
40 different colors
and
lots of different sizes. Right. It's really popular for backsplashes.
Now, after the break, Delilah or Delia, she wants to talk about a car purchase. Guess where? Longmont. We have a theory that 98% of all car deals from Longmont, Greeley, Weld County in general are ripoffs. Deputy Dollar has some follow-ups. Deputy Dollar, you have some updates we're going to take right after the break. Meanwhile, Simply Floors Inc. is in the house. simplyfloorsinc.com if you have floor covering questions. I think of everything in the house. If you have bad floors, when you walk in a house, if you're getting ready to sell it or, you know what I'm saying, the floors, if they're nasty, everything seems nasty to me. I mean, really, if the floor, have you noticed that?
Yeah, I always tell people if you want to redo your house and make it look new, you paint and floors.
Oh my God, floor coverings, you walk in, you notice it right away. Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, get your calls in. We got a lot to talk about on the Troubleshooter Show. Were we at? Is that time off or what?
What does that mean?
Oh, it's 58:44. Never mind. That was me.
Yeah, you're good.
That was me. Okay.
You were early, and that's fine.
Yeah.
We're still on air.
No, we're not.
Whoops. First,
so listen, they found records that whistleblowers were talking about the Biden deals back in 2015.
Oh, God, yeah.
And nobody paid attention.
Because he was a VP, man. He's a Biden, brother. If you're a Clinton or a Biden, you get away with shit. Whether you have email servers and cackle like a witch. If you're a Republican and have nothing to do with the Russians, the FBI goes after you.
Two-thirds of the Democrats want a different.
Yeah, and it's
candidate.
only early September. Biden.
That's true.
He kind of talks when he's even upset like this. He can't really talk. Actually, he's a step up from Biden, though, in speech.
Yeah, right over there. Go right out the door and to your right.
Okay.
Hi, Marcia?
Marcia.
It's Kelly over at the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show.
What's that from, Tom? Do you know?
Yeah, the
Marcia.
The Brady
no
Bunch.
problem. We are just
Good
about to go
one,
back
dude.
on air,
I
so
did
we're
not
gonna
think
get
you would
to
get
as
that.
soon as possible about your solar issue, okay? Hang on.
I really did not think you'd
Why?
get that. Just because of your age when the Brady Bunch was on, you were probably, what, in your 20s?
I forget how
Maybe
old I
30s.
was. I remember that I didn't like the show.
Yeah, you either liked it or not. It's a weird one. Amex has this deal on rental cars. You pay one fee. For example, if you're renting a car for 5 days, it might be $25. And that $25 covers any damage to the car. It includes theft. It includes everything but liability. For $25, not $25 a day, $25 for the 5 days. That's not bad, is it?
What's $25 for 5 days?
$25. So if you rent a car with your
Right.
Amex Platinum card,
Oh yeah, wow.
you add on $25 for the entire rental. It's got to be under 30 days. So if you rent a car in Hawaii for a week, it's going to be $25, maybe $29. That is a one-time fee of $29, not per day like the car rental. And they cover everything except liability. If you run it into a brick wall, you don't even put it through your own insurance. They cover it. If someone steals it, they cover it. The only thing it doesn't cover is liability, which would be your own insurance. Compared to paying like Avis $30, $40, $50 a day for the same coverage. And that is your consumer news. Anybody betting on the game tonight?
What game?
First game of the season, KC, which is they're favored by I think 5 points, 5.5.
Only
is
my
playing,
fantasy team.
Not Buffalo, Lions.
I've got Patrick Mahomes, so that's my deal.
Yeah, he's a good player. He really is. He's got a good career ahead of him.
I've heard of him.
Yep. He might even have a chance of going to the Super Bowl someday.
Considering it's already won 2, you know.
Exactly.
Mahomes is still with the same team, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
KC. Who do Broncos play? I didn't even look. Raiders?
Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah.
At home.
Raiders.
God, if we lose to the Raiders first game.
I think we're a 4-point favorite right now.
I like the spread, though. I think it's going to be a close game.
Better not be.
I wish we had a stadium like
I think the Raiders are better than
Raiders.
Well, the Raiders Stadium is brand freaking new.
It
Ours
is
20 years old.
It is so gorgeous, man. It's one of the nicest stadiums I've ever
Where
been in.
are the Raiders now?
Las Vegas.
They're sold out like the Broncos, like 10 years. Whoever put that deal together, that was the smartest thing in the world to get them over there.
Much better than Oakland.
God, what's not better than Oakland? I'd take Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, or Coweta over Oakland.
San Francisco?
I'd probably go with San Francisco. I'm telling you, Oakland's crime rate is soaring.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have 15 seconds here, guys.
Meet you there. Or a picket line might sound like a pickup line.
Oh, I have been waiting for a pickup line, yes.
Dan Caplis, afternoons at 4 on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. If you're looking to replace your heating or air, you want honesty, value, efficiency, 888heating.com. They challenge you to find a better deal. They say for the same stuff, you won't. 303-770-2776. 888heating.com. Okay, so what's going on? Let's talk. We're going to go to the phones. We got Buddy Mitchell with us, Simply Floors Inc. If you have any floor covering questions, we've had quite a few. But right now, I want to go to people who've been waiting a while. Deputy Dollar, you have some follow-ups. Deputy, thank you for being on. He's our esteemed fighter for consumer rights. What's going on?
Morning, Tom.
What's happening?
Happy birthday again.
Thank you. What's happening, man?
Tuesday's show was great. So we had Jerry that had purchased a car up in Greeley from McDonald Toyota.
And when was this?
And this was right before Labor Day, kind of the last week of August. And he traded in a car and bought a new Toyota Tacoma pickup truck. And the dealership had issued him a WEO statement because the difference in pricing, the dealership, McDonald, owed Jerry like $2,000 and change.
I remember this. Yeah, McDonald.
I don't. Why would cash? I don't understand. Why would cash be on a WEO?
Because he traded in a car more expensive than the one he bought.
That's true. Yep.
Oh wow.
So what happened? He never got the money. What happened?
Well, we reached out to talking to Jerry. Everything went through McDonald dealerships here in Denver, but he hadn't gotten his money. It had been a couple of weeks. Reached out to the dealership. They had a check, and like by the end of August 31st, I think he had gotten his $2,000 back from McDonald. So
excellent.
He's a happy guy right now.
That's cool. And so that gets my dinger going here. Hold on. Well, why isn't my dinger working? Damn. Thank you. Thank you for pulling out my dinger because I almost had it, but for some reason it wasn't working. And don't say anything about being 70 and all that stuff, but hold on. I'm going to
I wasn't going there.
I'm just going to prove my dinger still works. Hold on. Yes, thank you. All right, so what's going on now? What else?
I've got a couple other ones I should have resolution within a day or so.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Deputy Dollar. And let's keep going. 303-713-TALK. Doug has an issue with a Mini Cooper. Doug, what's going on?
Hi, Tom.
Thanks for taking my call. We talked to you a couple of years ago about some furniture, and you really helped us with that. Furniture was smelly and stinky and all that. And you got us a refund on our furniture, which we really appreciate. Now we're having problems with a recall on a Mini Cooper.
Okay,
And
what year is
also
your
a
Mini Cooper?
BMW.
What year is your Mini Cooper?
I think it's a 2012. It's my wife's car.
Now, wait a minute. Do they do recalls on 10-year-old cars?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This was specifically this brand of car, and I think it was a 5,000 to 2005 to a 2000.
And what do they? Was it covered by the dealer, or do you have to pay for it?
Well, it's supposedly covered by the dealer, by Mini Cooper, by BMW. And
Okay.
what it's called is a footwell module.
A footwell module. What is a footwell module?
It controls all the lighting in the car, inside and out. Also power to the window. And I think power to the lock. And when it goes out, it usually goes out due to water damage from somehow water gets into the car from the sunroof.
So what's the problem right now? What is the problem right now?
Right now, ours has gone out. We have no lights inside or out.
When did the recall come out?
Oh, God, I do not know. I could look it up.
Well, what I'm getting at is this, Doug. If you have a problem with something that was previously recalled, you may not be still within the qualification period. I mean, I don't know anything about the recall. They have terms and conditions.
Correct. And the terms and conditions are that the module has to be damaged by water.
But Doug, there's more than that. Doug, you have a 2012 Mini Cooper. If this recall came out in 2014, I'd say you're SOL. Did the recall come out in 2022? When did it come out?
I don't know.
Well, Doug, we need to know that. A dealer will tell you. So what are they telling you right now? Tell me, what are they telling you?
It's at the dealership. They're saying because the module wasn't damaged by water, that it's not covered. But it's still a recall. They don't know what happened to the module, and they're talking about $1,300 to replace it.
Okay. But listen, I'm going to go back to what I said.
I'm wondering.
They're not disputing the age of the recall, the mileage of the car, or anything. The only thing they're disputing is whether it was damaged by water or not.
That's correct.
Then it wasn't a recall. It was it? Well, it was. They say it's a recall, but it sounds more like a service bulletin. A recall is whether it's damaged or not, you replace it. That's what a recall is. A service bulletin is if something is damaged, this is what you do with it. So it doesn't really matter, but here's the bottom line. There's a risk of fire if damaged by water. I'm reading about it from short circuits.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it wasn't, did you ever have water in your car?
No, not that I know of.
So I don't know what to do, though. Here's the point I'm making. If they say it wasn't damaged by water, you're going to have to prove it was.
We should just have Kevin pull up the recall and let this guy know what the real deal is.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Affected vehicles. Listen to this. There were, first of all, it says, the situation, I'm reading blah, 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 blah. Okay, the specific issue, due to certain environmental issues, road treatment, all that, over time, the footwell module is susceptible to corrosion. If it's not corroded, they don't replace it.
Right, and that's what they're saying.
Is yours corroded or not?
No, it's not corroded.
Okay, then why are we discussing it? It's very specific here. It only applies to corrosion. It's not unusual for a module to wear out in 12 years.
Yes. Do you know someone who can repair it?
Yes.
It is repairable.
Well, I don't know about repairing them. Hold on. Let's ask that. Now, that's where Mark, well, you're right. Let's call Kevin on this. Hold on a sec. We'll get Kevin on, Sheridan Auto Tech, to see if he can talk about this. Okay, so, but I know that unless there is visible corrosion, they will not cover it under this service bulletin. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Buddy, someone wants to know on that wood looking tile. They want to know when you install it, and this is simplyfloorsinc.com today, buddy. Does it look like a wood floor? Like when you walk in, is it made to look like a wood floor, or is it simply you can tell it's tile that looks like wood? I don't know how else to put it.
You can tell it's tile.
You can.
Yeah.
Then why would you do that? Why would you get a wood coat?
It's close, but it's just like I can walk. I mean.
Okay, like here, you can tell this is LVT and not.
Yeah,
real.
I can walk in. And
Sure. Okay, but to the untrained eye, does it look like does it look like a wood floor?
There's some really good quality ones out there. Yeah, there's some.
And why would you do that instead of a laminate?
Because you want like bulletproof floors that won't scratch.
Okay, all right.
Big dogs with nails.
And how is that compared in cost comparison? Is that the most expensive floor tile?
Well, with the labor, if you install it yourself, it's pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, but that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I think we don't. We partner with a company that does all our tile installs, and I think they charge about $10 a square foot to install tile properly on a floor.
So it's $10 a tile, basically.
For a square foot tile.
Yeah, and then plus the material and the setting materials and the grout and all that. So you get up to about $15, to $20, depending on the cost of the tile.
Wow. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're talking to Buddy Mitchell.
Welcome to. How about real quick, buddy? How about carpet nowadays? Like the stuff you put in my house, and we're going on 7 years. It is by far the best carpet I have ever owned.
Now, why do you say that, Mark? What part of it do you like?
It's got a rubber backing before the pad, so anything that spills never wicks into the pad. But the company that made it quit making it because it's too expensive. So what else is waterproof when it comes to carpet now, if anything?
No, they revised it. They quit making that. They quit making that backing. They revised it. They now have a product called Blueback that's very, very similar, and they say performs just as well and is cheaper to manufacture. So they came out with another product that is waterproof topically. So what the biggest problem with carpet is when water goes through the backing into the pad, it's impossible to clean. So they've come out with another system. It's a Shaw product. But I was just going to say, when Tom said, wow, when it comes to install, I said, welcome to post-COVID inflation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've had so much inflation in flooring, it's crazy.
All right, 303-713-8255. More right after this. Harris Family Law is what they do. They do family law. Now, they have webinars. They had one last night. And some of the things they do discuss very common issues, near and dear to most divorces. So you can get free information by tuning in or going to their archive versions. I'll give you the website where you can see them. And Rich, last night you talked about division of property. A lot of people think it's automatically 50-50.
It's not, Tom, and I appreciate you asking. And boy, we had a great audience last night on the free webinar. There were so many people who had the same question. Under Colorado law, we divide property in a divorce on an equitable basis. Now, equitable is whatever is in the eyes of the judge based on his or her best information. And there's a notion of fairness. There's a notion of trying to take care of both spouses. We're not a community property state. We don't have to divide the property 50-50.
Now, that means they take into consideration, for example, contributions for buying, maintaining, stuff like that?
That's exactly right. Contributions is one of the biggest factors.
courts are going to consider that, and you should really make sure you do your homework or get good advice before you go in for a property division hearing.
And Rich Harris can help along with his team of attorneys. Rich and Lisa Harris started this firm many years ago, and we use them as our experts, harrisfamilylaw.com. Now, to see that indexed list of webinars for free information, it's harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars. Hey, I want you to mark your calendars for the 14th of the month. What is going on September 14th? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. They're going to have a movie at the AMC Highlands Ranch about baby boomers and their lack of preparation for retirement, and about our dilemma with the Social Security system and other retirement plans, and how they're not enough to sustain retirement. Now, it's not all bad news. They're also going to have some solutions. And it's not a sales event, though. It's an educational event sponsored by mymoneymyway.com. Refreshments will be served. I'll be there. Here's what I want you to do. Go online, get your ticket reserved. It's free. mymoneymyway.com. Hey, if you're looking for extra cash, quick cash for precious metals, old coin collections, watches, earrings, tangled jewelry, whatever it is in the junk drawer, or it's used or antique or whatever, you can sell whatever it is at davidellisjewelry.com. 3rd and Clayton. That's David Ellis Jewelry. It's way safer than trying to meet someone on social media, for goodness sakes. 2640 East 3rd Avenue. Look for the black awning or give them a call, 303-322-8779, 322-8779. How much time do I have?
2 minutes.
Yeah, you son of a...
Well, that's what you get for doing a 2-minute live.
Wait till you see the new ones coming up starting tomorrow, Dragon.
What, 3 minutes?
4.5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, why don't we just do a 6-minute?
That's Saturday. Sorry I booked one. You're going to have to stop what you're doing. What time are you going to dinner Saturday?
He's 70, so he's doing the early bird special, so probably around 3:30 or 4.
He's hitting the early bird buffet with Shannon.
Yeah.
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. I just was going to say that when we got a few, like a lull. Did you get the 877-322?
All right, 15 seconds here, guys.
Trajan Wealth, K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Kevin Calkins on from Sheridan Auto Tech. I wanted to talk about this module. It's called the floor module on a Mini Cooper. And I guess a lot of them were subject to corrosion. And if they corroded, the dealers would replace them up to a certain age and mileage. Now, Doug has one that went out, but it wasn't from corrosion. he can't get any coverage. He doesn't want to buy a brand new one. They're expensive. He wonders, can they be repaired? Kevin Calkin, you have an electrical division there where you do electronics and stuff on cars. Can they be repaired?
You know, I'm not familiar with that exact module, but I'd be more than happy to look into it. There's more and more places we're finding or repairing these because they are so expensive.
Now, what else would make it go out if it's not corrosion?
Well, any kind of voltage spike, temperature can do it. You know, just age. You know, they just deteriorate over time as well.
Now,
you know, go.
These modules are computer modules, aren't they?
Yes.
What kind of an idiot puts a computer module on the floor of a car?
You'd be amazed how many are on the floor of the car. Yeah, if you get the wrong detail shop, they wipe out modules every day because they're all on the floor. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And sometimes it's bad solder. You get a cracked solder just from flexing and heat and, you know, back and forth.
You know what else can make them go out? Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mark?
Brutal on it.
Yeah, I've seen people pour it on batteries.
Mark, you know what I'm talking about. We rebuilt a module one time, and Mark had this bright idea. Hold on, I want to tell the story. So, Mark, it was in my motorhome.
First of all, wasn't my idea. Keep going.
Well, hold on. Here's what your idea was. Mark saw this operating, and he saw it boot up in my motorhome, and he said, Tom, that's a computer. And he said, why can't we simply upgrade that computer or install it on that computer because I want a GPS. And this is one of these motorhomes where if you wanted the GPS, they charged you extra, but the antenna was already there, the computer was already there, all they did was activate it. I mean, I guess a lot of cars are like that, where they're all built, the feature's built in, but you got to pay to have it activated. So Mark said, why don't we just, and while we're at it, we'll upgrade the computer. So we pulled the motherboard out of that motorhome. Sure as hell, it was a Windows motherboard, right, Mark? And
yeah, it was a standard Intel setup for Windows.
Right, but we went from an old 286 to back then to to a 486 or something,
or to a Pentium, whatever it was.
And we had it all completed, and it was on the bench working perfectly. And then, oh God,
Tom,
I spilled my Coke, and he goes, "No!" and it goes out.
And there was nothing else in that Coke, I assure everybody.
No, there wasn't. We could not get it to work and had to do it all over again. But anyway, don't drink Coca-Cola when you're working at Mountain Peak Computers, rebuilding a motorhome computer. That's what we did. And I forget how many years ago, but man, was it fun. We had a ball doing that.
That was probably 95-ish.
And it worked. It really worked, which was amazing. And we did finally get it rebuilt after the Coke incident, and then we installed it, and it worked. I mean, I'd go on a trip, and I'd have GPS and all of that, and I never paid the manufacturer for it. But anyway, Kevin, you're right. They're susceptible to all kinds of corrosion, all kinds of aging, all kinds of this, all kinds of that. So here's another thing Kevin can do for you, Doug. He can verify if it's corroded or not, because the dealer is saying it's not corroded. Kevin might find it is corroded. And then we can go back and take another stab at the recall.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible to, and I don't condone this kind of behavior, but is it possible to corrode something?
That takes time.
That's over time. Yeah, that's not an instant thing. That's over time, sure.
But Mark, I don't even want to go where we are going there anyway. Were you possibly like planting evidence?
I was saying the last thing this guy should do is something like that.
Yeah, okay. Now, Sheridan Auto Tech, get a hold of him, 303-455-7242. He's on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. A great guy. We got more coming up. I'm Tom Martino.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
I think it's very cool. Hey.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Colorado 811. Call before you dig.
Busy driving all throughout the Denver Metro as we get closer and closer to the noon hour. Starting on the southwest end of town, C470 westbound before Bowles Avenue. A crash in the right lane with stop-and-go traffic back from Ken Carroll Road, about 5 minutes of delays. North from there, Santa Fe northbound approaching West Florida, an accident reported. We're seeing slow traffic back from Evans, and up on the northeast end through Commerce City, some major slowdowns, I-270 westbound. Looks like some road work going on just after Vasquez with stop-and-go back from I-70. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, sunny skies out there today, another warm one with a high of 90 degrees in the afternoon. We're rapidly approaching that high. Overnight low of 55, tomorrow high of 90 again. The current temperature in Denver is 84 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Every project, big or small.
10 seconds here, Tom.
The plan includes digging. Contacting Colorado 811 will need to happen first. It's fast, free, easy, and it's the law. Always contact Colorado 811 before you dig.
Hey, if you need help with real estate law, O'Brien Legal Services. What do I mean by real estate law? Anything to do with real estate, going over closing docs, finance docs, leasing docs, commercial, residential, border disputes, eminent domain, easements, whatever it is, deed restrictions. You can call olslaw.com. That's O'Brien Legal Services. That's olslaw.com. Brad and his team are expert at real estate. Don't spend hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars without a few $1,000 or a few $100 to go over all the docs. 720-370-7388. 720-370-7388. And speaking of real estate, get Frank Duran, the real estate man, on your side. No one does it better than Frank when it comes to buying or selling real estate. He can help you through the transaction and hold your hand whether you're buying or selling. And I'll tell you this, Frank can sell your home for more money quicker than anyone, and he has stats to prove it. He was named the elite 100 brokers in the entire country. He sells more in a month than most sell in a year, and in a year sells more than most sell in a career. That's Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Now how much time do I have, creep? Hey.
Go for it.
How much time do I have?
Be relatable. I like pizza and puppy.
4.
Okay, good.
The ERC is a tax credit for eligible businesses that kept employees on payroll in 2020.
Okay, yeah, I would. Okay. Okay, so what we're directing you to do is to go ahead and call Kevin over at Sheridan Auto. We can start further on this, okay?
Yeah, it's
Thank you. Okay, take care.
Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, we have a question for Buddy Mitchell, Simply Floors, Inc. from Mike. Mike, go ahead. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's happening, Mike?
Yeah, my question has to do with scratch resistance and longevity. First, there's another great big cat Russian video called Luna the
What is wrong with this guy? Mike, get to your question.
Yeah.
Are you the same guy that called earlier?
Yeah, I have a question, and I'm serious. Now, the Mohs scale is a scale of mineral hardness. But I'm wondering what has the greatest scratch resistance, mineral or man-made flooring material?
Okay, that's a good one. The Mohs rating of hardness. So if you use that hardness scale, now listen, I would say, I'll bet you that man-made can make it hard. Well, not if you had a diamond floor, for God's sakes. Porcelain, seriously, you don't have diamond floors, but what are the hardest materials? Like man-made or natural?
Granite.
Okay, it is.
I have no idea. I'm sure.
How about flagstone? Flagstone's, well, that's
flagstone's
scratches.
pretty soft. I mean,
platinum.
I mean, you could make a steel floor that's
diamond.
I don't know. You're getting into stuff.
Hey, do you have a lot of time on your hands, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
tell
I
me
love
this.
half.
What do you think is the hardness? Most hardness scale, I just looked it up here. Diamond is 1. I did not realize that something called corundum is 2nd to diamonds, and topaz is 3rd, quartz is 4th. They don't make quartz floors, they make quartz countertops. Do they make quartz floors?
Sure they do.
I mean, can they make marble floors?
I think I've seen a quartz floor that you can put in a garage floor.
Whoa.
Like, I don't know. I don't know.
The strongest material in the universe is called nuclear pasta.
Is what?
It's the crust of neutron stars. So, do you sell that?
We're not talking about the universe. We're talking about the Earth. By the way, do you know what's comparable almost to a diamond is a masonry drill bit?
What's amazing about diamonds now, they're so cheap because you can grow them. A diamond bit cost has come down big time.
Yeah. Do you know that a steel nail is about as hard as quartz? Anyway, thanks for the question. Mike, come up with another one later on. 303-713-TALK. Okay, hold on. Let's go to Marcia. Marcia. And Mark didn't know. He said, Tom, where'd that come from? Marcia. And he didn't think I'd know. It was from the Brady Bunch, right?
Leave it to Beaver.
Huh?
Leave it to Beaver.
Hi.
Marcia, what's going on?
Hello, Tom. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah.
I have a situation with Tesla solar systems. It has been a long journey, sir. And
how long? Wait, when did you buy your Tesla system?
I didn't, sir. The previous owner of the house purchased it.
So you inherited a Tesla solar system.
Yes. And when I did that, when I called
now,
them,
when you say Tesla, are you talking about Solar City, or are you talking about an actual Tesla system?
Originally, Solar City was original people, and then, of course, as you know.
Okay, so what's the problem?
Okay, so when they installed these panels on the roof, they removed the vent that it was taking from the bathrooms going up, and because it clearly was on their way. And so then they removed that. And so when I purchased the house, the inspector said there is a hole there. And so I thought it's a small hole and they're going to go fix it, and trusting the inspector, right? And so so what they did, the previous owners, they just took a plywood, and from inside the attic, they attached it to the roof. from inside, not from outside. Because from outside is maybe.
So wait, is this a solar issue or a roofing issue or a construction issue?
The problem is that plywood that they connected is the water disintegrated, and then with the rains, now I discovered there's that hole. So when I contact the Tesla, and they're saying that they didn't create that problem. And they're saying that well, clearly you can't make it. It's a very round hole, sir, and it's not like it's obvious that they removed it because I don't have a ventilation for those two bathrooms. So,
all right. So what needs to be done? Okay, and you're saying when was this done? Was this done before you moved into the house?
March 14th of 2014. And that person signed it up. Now, when I talked to
no, but what I'm getting at, Marshall, when did you buy the house?
2017.
Well, here's what I want to tell you, which is kind of sad. You're not going to want to hear this. They have no contractual or other obligation to you to make that right.
Okay, sir. My concern is that I am telling them to remove the panel, so because I need to fix the roof. And the roof needs to be fixed.
No, I get it.
So they have to remove the panel.
No, they don't have to. Are you on a lease or a purchase?
On a lease.
Okay, you're right. Then they should do it. Okay. Now, under the terms of the lease, do you have to pay for the removal and the reinstallation?
Yes, sir. And that is not where I'm not being unreasonable about my request.
No, you're not. You're not. But they won't do it. What are they ignoring you or what?
So it's been calls and calls and holds. As you know, they don't have good customer service, and so I asked them for two scenarios. Yesterday, I was on the phone with them for 3 hours. I finally went through the line. You know, when they're going to transfer a system to a new purchaser, they answer the phone right away. And they show customer service. So I finally had to go through that to get a person on the phone. Her name was Margie. She was helpful. I asked them, I said, what would be my cost to pay for the rest of this policy and get you off my roof? Because I don't want to fix my roof and then you guys come damage it again. And so she was saying, she told me that on the anniversary of the policy.
Okay, listen. So what do you want? I mean, you want them to remove the panel so you can repair your roof. Let's just get somebody to call them for you. Are they do they totally ignore you or do they make promises?
No. May I expand on
that?
No, what? On that. That they try to have me purchase the actual solar, not the service. I was telling them I want to satisfy the monthly payments that there is. Because when I took over the house and I talked to them, they told me that I can purchase the policy, not the equipment. At the end of the policy, when I satisfy the term.
You mean at the end of the lease?
Yes.
You can purchase the equipment. When is the lease over?
In 20 years, which would be, they told me that it got activated in February 3rd of.
So what are you trying to do? I'm so confused. Are you now trying to buy up the lease and buy the equipment?
No, I don't want to buy the equipment. And they told me that the guy tried to sell me a $13,000 equipment, and it's still not. No, I want to buy the amount that I would for the next remainder of the term of the policy and see how much it is estimated. That's what they told me they would do, the fair value market of it.
So, Marcia, are you saying you got a lease that goes on, let's say, for another 18 or 16 years, you want to buy that lease out?
Correct. I want to buy it and get them off the roof because I don't...
You mean you want to buy it and then get rid of the system completely?
Completely, yeah, because they're not helpful.
Okay, I get it. You mean to tell me they won't let you pay cash for that system?
No, the guy is trying to sell me the actual equipment and not the service. So now he's
hold on. What difference does it make if you buy out the lease or if you buy the equipment? If it's the same price, you get rid of it. Why not? I mean, what are your monthly payments right now on that system?
I really don't save money.
I'm asking, what are your monthly payments on that?
Their system has been down. It's different because I have to buy everything that they make.
I said, you're trying to terminate your lease completely with Tesla. That's what you're trying to do. And you're trying to do it by buying it out and having them remove it, or buying the equipment, whichever is cheaper. Marcia.
No, I don't want to buy this. Sir, they're two different
God,
things.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Marcia, just listen. Please listen, because I know what you're saying. Let's say, for example, in this case, to buy out that lease could be, let's just say, $20,000. And sometimes buying the equipment is cheaper. You say you don't want to buy the equipment, but that's another way of terminating your lease and getting rid of it.
Okay, sir. I understand what you're saying, but the conversation I had with them yesterday, it was entailing that I have to buy $13,000 the equipment, but at the same time I got to pay for the money. Is that correct or not?
It depends. It depends. If you took on the lease, and the lease requires you to buy the equipment at the end of the lease, then you would have to buy out the lease and the equipment. If the lease does not require you to buy it, and you can turn it back to Solar City, then all you would have to do is buy out the lease. There is no way for me to know what you can do with that system unless I see your lease. There's no way for me to know that.
Okay, sir. This is what I was trying to.
You already told us what you're trying to do. Hold on. Just put her on hold, okay? We can't go through this. I feel like I'm in a time loop right now. But here's what we can do. We can put Deputy Smarty Pants on this to call them and find out for this poor lady how the hell she gets out of it. Because it sounds like a nightmare. And Marcia, we want to help you. So let's give this to Deputy Smarty Pants. It's just basically a simple question. How does she get out of this lease? What's the most cost-effective way to get out of it? 303-713-8255. Hey, can you ask Mark to do these, please?
Yep, he's good to go.
Thank you.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Busy driving all throughout the Denver metro as we get closer and closer to the noon hour. Starting on the southwest end of town, C470 westbound before Bowles Avenue. A crash in the right lane with stop-and-go traffic back from Ken Carroll Road, about 5 minutes of delays. North from there, Santa Fe northbound approaching West Florida, an accident reported. We're seeing slow traffic back from Evans and up on the northeast end through Commerce City. Some major slowdowns, I-270 westbound. Looks like some road work going on just after Vasquez with stop-and-go back from I-70. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, sunny skies out there today. Another warm one with a high of 90 degrees in the afternoon. We're rapidly approaching that high. Overnight low of 55. Tomorrow, high of 90 again. The current temperature in Denver is 84 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Dell Technologies and Intel are pushing what technology can do. So great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to now.
Genesis Total Exteriors. I'm going to tell you what I love about Mark Szymanski and the gang at Genesis. Anything exterior, the roof, the siding, the windows, the doors, they do it all. If you had hail damage and you've been waiting to put in that claim, or maybe you already chose a roofer, but you want to make sure you don't have other damage like window seals, and that's a big one. Insurance companies don't want to tell you about them. Genesis will come out. They'll check the siding, the deck for little divots. They can work with your insurance company and get everything covered. I want you to call up the guys at Genesis, 303-679-8509, 303-679-8509. Now, the baby boomer dilemma. Go to mymoneymyway.com. I want you to watch the trailer of this movie. AMC 24 in Highlands Ranch. Martino's going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's a free movie, free concessions. Go watch the trailer and sign up. It's limited seating. Please, we're going to be there September 14th. It's one night only. It's a real holiday movie. It's going to be a good time, and you're going to learn about Social Security more than anything. Go to mymoneymyway.com, mymoneymyway.com. Yada, yada, yada. What's that from? Come on, Tom. Oh, he
Out
got
of the
up.
room.
He had to.
Yada,
He's
yada,
got
yada
that
was
tiny
from
old man
Seinfeld.
bladder, so he's,
Seinfeld, yep. Yep. Now,
Yada,
does he
yada,
still
yada.
go to the executive upstairs, or does he use the downstairs restroom?
I went up to get coffee, so I used upstairs.
Yep, the executive. Up there, he's got that fancy toilet that blow dries your ass and the whole bit.
It says thank you after it flushes.
It says, man, that was the best.
Please, sir, may I have another?
You're so good looking.
Objects in bowl are larger than they appear.
Let's share the baby boomer dilemma. I hope you YouTubies are going to be there. I'd love to meet some of you guys. Come up and meet us. Get signed up because it will sell out. I think there's only like 60 total seats, and I think there's been 40 or so sign-ups. And the spots are going to be running like crazy over the weekend and Monday, Tuesday. So really, go get signed up. Get the tickets. It's in the evening, free concessions, AMC 24. And the movie, if you look at the trailer, actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's about real. What I care about more than anything is the Social
morning. Thanks so
Security
much for calling the Tom
aspect.
Martino Show.
The guys in our government talking about cutting it.
Sure. What's your name?
More importantly, Suzanne will be there.
Okay. Hang on for me.
Kelly, are you and your husband going
To where?
to the movie?
You're not
Check
going,
with
you
him.
creep.
Oh, the one on
They-
September 14th?
They should go sign up. Yep,
Okay. I'll look into it.
it's all free.
That's,
free popcorn,
longhand for
free
no.
whatever.
What's hold on, what's the day of the week?
Friday.
It's
or
a
wait,
Friday?
Stephanie's
no, it's a
birthday.
Thursday.
Ugh. What time is it?
It's in the evening.
6:30, I think.
Oh, no way. Because I get off at Dan at 6:30.
Marvel's
Yeah.
on the top
Corner,
10
AMC 24.
hardness scale.
I'd be late.
It must be soft, Marvel.
Did you just say you're in the top 10 hardness scale? Or you're soft? I heard both.
Only in the morning.
I'm looking at Moe's hardness scale.
Moe's. Hey, who's that porn star that got thrown in for raping like 8 million women? He is
Rod
the
Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Yeah, he is the ugliest son of a bitch in the world. How the fuck did he get so popular in porn?
Who knows? My God.
Is he packing?
He's got to be packing. I don't think I've ever seen a Ron Jeremy porn. Well, maybe, but I mean, fuck, I would know. I would have been a kid.
Yeah, no idea.
That picture of him in the mask, he looks like the fucking devil. If I was a porn star, you know what my name would be?
What do you do? Your first pet and your street you grew up on?
Yeah, something like that.
No, mine would be Buck Naked or Buck
So
Wild.
if I did my pet, my first pet and my street, it would be Brownie Williams.
Wow.
I don't think Chelsea Quintero works very well for a guy.
Well, maybe in some genres.
10 seconds.
1. Advanced mudjacking at yahoo.com.
630 KHOW,
An iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Christopher has an issue with an HOA. I'm sorry. Hold on. Gloria, what is your probate question? Sorry, let's go to Gloria. Gloria, you're
Yes,
next.
hi,
What's
Tom.
happening?
Thank you for taking my call. My grandpa, he passed away in July. He was 90 years old. He spent the last 10 months of his life in a different state due to some health issues. And I am the executor of his estate. He didn't have much. There was only a bank account with under $40,000 in it. And his will says that the executor is to do whatever.
Okay, hold on, Gloria. Did he have anything that had to be titled at all?
No, nothing. Not even a car. Nothing.
Okay, so you can do a small estate affidavit.
Okay.
It's one sheet.
And
it's easy. Just Google it.
But wait, where did he die though? What state?
He died in St. Louis.
Was he a Colorado resident still, or did he change his residency?
He didn't. He didn't change it because the goal was to bring him back when he got better.
So he's technically a Colorado resident.
Yes, and his bank account is here.
Okay, then you do what you do is go online and look for a small estate affidavit.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you fill it out. It's very easy to fill out. It's almost intuitive. I'm just trying to figure out where you affidavit. I'm trying to figure out where you do it. Hold on. In Colorado, where you download it. Would you say the Secretary of State, Mark? I don't know, actually. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, just Google it. You'll find it everywhere.
It says here, there's some e-forms. Yeah, you can. There's a whole bunch of places to find it. So when you fill it out, just fill it out accurately. It's very easy. Just whatever it asks for, and then you file it, and you're done.
Okay, and the filing instructions are in the form?
Everything is on the form. It's easy. And now if you have a problem, give us a call back, and we'll get Mackenzie Law on. They can help. Or Harris Family Law actually does that, too. They do estate planning and all of that separately from their family law. HarrisFamilyLaw.com, 303-515-5000. More coming up.
Ta-da!
Top of the hour.
The top of the hour.
Hey, Gloria, I can give you those phone numbers
Yeah.
of both of those law firms.
If you can handle it. If you don't, but we had some pretty good discussions so far. That's good.
I just.
Gloria, bye-bye.
I know.
They added you another hour. Does that make you more money?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but, not like a quarter more, not like 25% more. You know what I'm saying? Never works quite that way.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Like Sports Talk Radio, they hire these.
I'm on a call, guys, so I'll be back up when I'm back up.
There you are.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
It's all your fault.
Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Please hold a moment.
All right.
Man, when I'm gone, you guys are way too quiet.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino
Who
Show.
said
How
that?
can I help you?
Tom. I'm ordering
Yes.
pizza. Everybody hold on.
No pizza. I
You
would have,
didn't
but
get
I
any
don't
pizza.
think Buddy would have eaten.
Okay. Okay. What,
Hey,
what's
buddy,
your
you
name,
doing
sir?
any strange diets?
Oh no, that's great. Intermittent
What was your
fasting
first
is
name,
great.
Brian?
Literally, literally, that's great. What are you on right now? What site?
L? Like Blaine? Blaine.
10 seconds here, guys.
Okay, perfect. And
Keeps on giving this goofiness from the left, now claiming they can keep Trump off the ballot under the 14th Amendment. I will expose and debunk that line of attack. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255, here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make your life a little easier. Buddy Mitchell's with us from Simply Floors, Inc., and we love doing what we do for you. Let's go right to the phones, okay? I'm going to take Christopher with an HOA problem, and I'll get to all of your calls. Christopher, what's going on in your life?
Nothing much, man. I just moved in to a new, was titled as a condominium.
Yeah?
And it's more of I have a Section 8 HOA / property management problem.
Now, hold on. So how long have you been living there?
2 weeks now.
2 weeks. And you already have a problem.
Yeah, well, when I moved in, of course, because I'm under Section 8, it had to be inspected.
Wait. Are you renting or did you buy this?
I'm renting.
Okay. So you're renting a condo under Section 8. And is the entire condo building and development Section 8 or just the owner that you're renting from?
I believe it's majority of Section 8, but there are places that there are units.
Yeah, but is each condo owned by someone different?
Yes.
Okay. So you're renting a condo under Section 8, and what kind of problems are you having?
There's mold in the walls and a huge leak where the mold is at. There's also a pest problem. I've had more than enough roaches that I've seen since I've been in the unit. But the mold is the big thing because I have 3 children and they've already...
Okay, Christopher, I need to tell you a few things, okay? Section 8 will make the owners do something about health or safety, but you have to prove it. Seeing mold does not mean you have mold contamination unless it's in the air. But most of the time it is in the air if you see it. Now, where do you see the mold?
It's on the floorboard, in the baseboard of my room. I haven't even been able to move into my room because of the leak that was on the floor.
Where is the leak?
It's in the master bedroom.
What kind of leak? From the outside or from plumbing?
It's from, I can't tell because it's somewhere inside the wall.
And they won't do anything to fix it?
I've talked to my neighbors who've been here for quite some time.
Yeah.
And they say the same thing. They'll send some people out to look at it, but it never gets fixed. And that's the steps that we've made so far. I mean, they've had a couple people out to look at it, but I haven't been contacted about anything. And my children are getting sick from the mold. I've already had to have them had prescribed inhalers and things like that. I have three young children here. And
okay,
so
but listen. You still have to prove your case, but it's pretty obvious. You don't have to prove anything. If it's leaking, it's leaking. That's not hard to prove. So,
right.
But the way you have to deal with the owner of that condo, your landlord. You are not in a position to deal with the HOA. So who is the individual that owns your condo?
Arrowwood Property Management is who I've been dealing with.
No, are they the property manager of the condo project, or are they the property manager for the owner of your condo?
They're the property management for the owner of my condo.
Okay, got it. So they represent your landlord.
Correct.
And they are the ones you should be dealing with to fix this. So why... Now, your landlord may not be fixing it because it's an HOA problem. So,
and that's what they're trying to argue. And so I just want to know where,
Okay, here's what you do, Christopher. You're not going to like the answer. You're not going to like it. If Section 8 does not make the owner. When I say the owner, I'm talking about your landlord. I'm not talking about the condo project. If Section 8 does not make your landlord fix the leaking, first of all, the mold will never go away when it has a food source. And the food source, in your case, is water.
The leak.
So, the only way you get rid of the mold is to get rid of the food source. So, you have a problem, and I'm with you on it. But if they don't make them fix it, you have no power to get it fixed. It's that simple. You either have to leave and break your lease with a constructive eviction. That allows you to break your lease if there's a dangerous condition. But you have to prove that there's mold spores in the air. This is a terrible situation, Christopher. I know you wanted something simpler. I know you were hoping there's a simple phone call you can make and you're going to make the landlords fix it. But if your landlord's a deadbeat and they don't want to fix it, but your landlord might be claiming it's the HOA's problem, and the HOA saying, we're not going to fix it. And you're caught in the middle. That's what's happening, right?
Right.
So, you need to take some steps. The very first thing you do, the very first thing, is you say to your landlord, if they do not fix it, it's not up to you to go to the HOA, it's up to your owner to go to the HOA. They have to take care of it. Now, have you told them that, and have they refused? Tell me what stage you're in right now.
Well, right now they've been sending people out to look at it, but like I said, to no avail. I haven't heard any response from anything of anybody said it, and these are people who have actually been here before.
And the people who were sent out, did your landlord send them out?
Yes.
Okay, so at least
like
your landlord is trying to address it.
That's what it seems like, but like I said, for the past, the people who live above me have also been familiar with previous tenants of this unit, and they've taken them through the same thing. That leak has been there for over 2 years, I've been told, and they do things to pacify the situation and never really rectify the situation.
I get it. It sounds like you just have deadbeats. Christopher, I'm gonna have Deputy Doc contact your landlord if you want us to, and try to see if we can come up with a permanent solution. Because
anything that'll help.
Okay, hold on. Kachina, let's give this.
Yes, sir.
Really, let's give this to someone, Doc. Let's give it to Deputy Doc.
Okay.
Yeah, and on that solar system with Tesla, what did we, with Marcia, we told her that we needed to see that lease or something. I mean, she wants to get out of that. Who did we give that to work on?
We gave it to Marty, and she's sending everything directly to him to work on together.
Thank you very much. So whatever your problem, we do have people who can help, and we're hoping to help you. 303-713-8255.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we have represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our
10 seconds time, you're coming up next.
kids. Visit CordellCordell.com to take the first step.
Offices in Greenwood Village, Boulder, and Colorado Springs. 303-221-DADS. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, let's talk about saving money. 888heating.com will get you a high-efficiency air conditioner replacement or furnace or both, and they will do it at great value, honesty, integrity, everything you want. 888heating.com. 303-770-2775. And I'll tell you what, if you want a water system, you won't do better than waterpros.net. WaterPros, under $1,000 gets you a wonderful drinking water system at your kitchen sink. Never buy bottled water again. I do it. I love it. They have a number of different systems for different applications at the best prices. 303-862-5554. Euro Plumbing will save you money, too, when it comes to water heaters. In fact, I'd venture to say you'll never find plumbing deals as with Euro Plumbing, Colorado.net. If you want a water heater, it's just $12.99 fully installed with the old one taken away. Now, listen to this one. If you want a 50-gallon tank, that's for $40. A 50 is only $13.99. No matter what size you want, they say they'll save you money. In fact, they can save you 90% of the market. Think of that. 90% under the market when it comes to garbage disposals or sump pumps. Call Euro Plumbing for plumbing deals. 303-668-6844. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Man, when you say that, you know you're getting the best. Frank Duran will do a free market analysis of your home for the asking. Now, you may think, what's that? Is that a come on? No, it's not. What Frank does is he will really and truly analyze your house and what it will sell for based on the current market, the neighborhood, the house, supply and demand, interest rates, inflation, all of it, and then give you a pretty good indication of what you will get for your home that's free of charge. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. On that thing, just a monitor, so I can see what shots up and what it looks like. I've been slowly, see, I didn't do this all, I did it all at once, kind of, but then I've been rebuilding. Like, I just put these 3 cameras in recently, and I put that big light in because I had different stand lights. So I've been kind of morphing this into a really more of a permanent, I do that like 85% of the time. Yeah, and it sounds better. This sounds better. It's more comfortable. It's like we got cameras, we got everything.
Christopher, I'm going to go ahead and give this to one of our deputies to escalate and work this a little further. His name is Ken. I'm going to send him your information, and I just want to verify that the best number to reach you
online shopping cut into
is 303-520-6166.
Do online.
Perfect. And right, I am going to send him your information right now, and he should be calling you shortly. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Yeah. I do all my shopping. I swear to God, I got so tired of going to stores and they're saying, let's see, well, we can order that, or we don't have it. I bet you 80% of the stuff I buy on Amazon I get overnight to my door. I go online, I'm not talking about floor coverings and furnaces. I'm talking about just shit. Everything you see here, I needed something overnight to make this work. I got it the next morning. You can get me for it between 4 and 8 a.m. in the morning. Was able to hook it up and be on the air. I mean, it's just that immediate. No. Tell me tell me how they're cool. Yeah? Oh, cool. That's all about me, man. I love that. So, yeah. Yeah. There you go. I do it all the time. I know it. And you go to Whole Foods.
10 seconds here, guys.
Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Ray's got a question on medical insurance or health insurance I think we're talking about there. Ray, what's going on?
Yes, what's happening is I went blind, and I've been trying to get a walking stick or a white cane from my insurance company. And
when did you go blind?
Well, when I got the worst, the last procedure I had made me blinder, and that was like 4 months ago.
What is it from?
Where I got hit in the head and from glaucoma.
Oh, my God. Ray, how old are you?
I'm 73, but I had 20/20 vision 2 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. So listen, man, that's changed your life quite a bit, hasn't it?
Sure has.
Well, I know you didn't call to be for a downer, and I don't want to be a downer, but were you depressed over that? Did it have a psychological effect on you, sir?
A little bit, but I don't let it get to me.
Man, let me ask you something. Now, how much are walking sticks?
I have no idea. I can't see. I can't get online and look.
Now, what kind do you want?
Well, there's one that, it's got like a little ball on it when you're walking and it hits the edge of a sidewalk. It lets you know so you won't trip. And then, that or a white cane. Because I try and cross the streets, I could barely see cars.
I'm going to buy you one. Right now. I'm looking at it. Okay? This is a telescoping one, so it folds up. It's got a white ball on the end, and it's white. And it's officially the official, if there is one, sight impaired stick. It's got a little carrying case if you want it. So I need your address off the air, and I'll have it sent to you.
Well, I really appreciate it. Really, thank you.
Listen, man, we're not going to hassle with insurance on this right now. Let's just get you fixed up. For God's sakes, you have enough to worry about, right?
Right.
So what else is a challenge for you right now? You can't go online. You can't drive. So what do you have family or people to help you, Ray?
Oh, I've got 2 sons, but they got to do their life.
Well, yeah, but they can help Dad. Come on.
Yeah, they come and they bring me groceries. They take turns taking me to the doctor and stuff.
Well, listen, Ray. If you ever need more help, you call us. Okay? You can call. Now, how do you call? Do you have? How do you know what numbers you're pressing on the phone?
There's a white Google search, and at one end it's got a microphone, and I hit it till it answers, and when it answers, I tell it who to call. All
right, you can call us at any time and leave us a message if you need other stuff. Okay, and you call 303-627-8466. Now, Kachina will make sure you get that number. She's going to get on and talk to you and get your address, and I'm going to go on here and have this sent directly to you, okay?
Okay.
Now, listen, I assume that you want the one with the one, it's officially for blind people. It telescopes.
Yes.
And it has the white plastic ball on the end, right?
Right.
Now, do you know how to use it?
Well, I'll learn.
Now,
I had to learn everything else.
This is what I'm asking you. You know, for example, I just happen to be doing this charity dinner. Stephanie and I are chairpersons for the Anchor Center for Blind Kids, for blind children. It's a wonderful school. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you can imagine being a baby, not being able to see, and what they do is they get kids ready for school, for mainstreaming, and they take them, I think, at 4 or 5 years old. It's a wonderful school. I wonder if they have anything for adults anywhere. Do you know of any services that can help adapt you to your life?
No, not at all.
There's got to be something, for goodness sakes. I mean, really.
I've tried,
Because let's say, like even using a stick or let's say a dog, you want a dog or something. I mean, perhaps you ought to try to get a dog one day, unless you don't want one. But there's got to be an organization that helps people adapt.
I've tried to call the United Way, and they haven't been able to find anything for me. And
well, you know what? I'm going to start looking. In fact, I want Deputy Doc to help me. I'm looking for a place. There's got to be a nonprofit. There's got to be something that
Tom,
will help you adapt to your life. There's got to be, man.
Tom, what about AARP?
I don't know if that specifically works with the blind, does it?
Doc would know.
Let's do that. I want you to get his information. Now, there is a place called the American Council of the Blind of Colorado, dedicated, this is for education, training, helping individuals adapt. Exactly. Wait, have you called them?
I haven't called anybody. I live down in Colorado Springs.
Well, you're in Colorado, bro. So,
yes.
Okay, I'm going to get you these people. This is called American Council of the Blind of Colorado. I'm going to go to their website, American Council of the Blind of Colorado, and I'm trying to find their website is even laid out for people that do not have sight. Hold on. And they have a phone number here. Doggone it, it's laid out differently. Hold on. For some reason, I'm going to get this to you, and we're going to get you this information. This is going to be the type of organization you want. So what I want you to do is hang on, and we'll talk to you off the air, okay? And I want to get your address, and I'm going to have this cane sent to you to begin with, okay?
Okay.
And I'm looking for the phone number here again. I'm hoping I just don't know why there's no phone number that you can quickly call. There is an email. I just don't know. As I said, there's an email only. So I'm going to send an email and let you know what they respond. 303-713-TALK. Kelly, get me his information so I can have this walking stick sent out to him immediately. We have more coming right up.
Okay.
This is
Kelly says she did find a phone number. She'll pass it over to him.
and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon, 6:30 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Valero.
Some usual slowdowns throughout the Denver metro for the noon hour commute. I-25 northbound into downtown, we're seeing speeds in the 40s and 50s between Alameda and Colfax. East of downtown, I-70 westbound, your usual slow traffic between I-270 and York Street. North of there, I-270 westbound, stop and go, approaching Vasquez. And And further east to DIA, Pena Boulevard southbound, we are seeing some congestion on the off-ramp to I-70 westbound.
Kelly,
Fox
text
31
me his address.
pinpoint weather, another sunny.
We'll get this ordered right away.
At 90 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 55. Tomorrow sunny again with a high of 90. Going to see some clouds rolling in on Saturday with a high of 87. The current temperature in Denver is 84 degrees with your impact traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 K.
Start saving on the
10 seconds, buddy. You're up next.
summer. Get fuel-saving snacks, swag, and more every day, all summer long. Only with Valero Pay Plus. Download the app and start saving right now. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Elite Garage Floors. Man, these guys are the greatest. Elite Garage Floors. If you want the best floors anywhere, you will get them with Elite. That's EliteGF.com for Elite Garage Floors. Now, these are the guys that we've been endorsing for years. They just changed their name. And you can depend on them for the best price, no money down, guaranteed lowest price, and guaranteed for life. 720-252-0370. Now, Elite Garage Floors. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney for auto accidents. That's his specialty. Now, he's made a pledge that he will have a law firm that will only take the number of cases that he will personally work. That's just what he wants to do. He's not going to have a team of attorneys and call centers spread out. He thinks it's better to have the one-on-one approach for each and every client. In fact, you get his cell phone number and you can text and call at any time. I know John Fuller personally, and I'm telling you, he is dedicated to helping his clients. You'll love the way he does business, and you will notice the difference. I urge you to call John Fuller, where you're not just a number, I promise. 303-597-4500, 597-4500. Try the personal approach, myaccidentlawyer.co. Okay. Mark.
Yeah.
Is he going to, on his website, Elite, he has a different phone number than the one I've been using. Which one should I use?
I'm not sure.
I don't either.
I'll ask him.
I wonder if he has a special number just for his website. I just want to make sure I don't screw up.
I'm asking him.
Good. I can use the one on his website, or I can use the one I've been always using. Whatever one he wants. This guy's good. Elite. Garage Kings. He's really good. He dropped the franchise. I don't know if this is a legit site, this one. I want to make sure I get the right people for him. Okay, coloradodvr.gov. No. Division. Okay, blind and low visions. Hold on. This is a state service. There's all kinds of centers for the blind.
All right, 720.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on. Let me grab it. Go ahead.
720-939-2448.
Got it. Thank you. And he does a lot more than floors now, right?
Just cabinets. like garage storage.
Garage storage, got it. This is a good guy, man.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show.
Elite.
Sure. What's your name?
You know, when I think about how life,
Is this the same mic that called back before?
how easy computers have made our lives. Oh, my God.
10 seconds here, guys.
I got to do new...
Join Al Martinez for the Retirement and Income Radio Show, Sundays at 7 a.m. or 3 p.m.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. Buddy Mitchell's with us, simplyfloorsinc.com. And we have our caller Mike with another question. Crazy Mike with the crazy questions that actually turn out to be good questions. Go ahead, Crazy Mike.
Yeah, you said call back in like hemorrhoids and halitosis. Here I am.
All right.
With another question. I do have a serious floor question, but first, I'm Mystery Mike. I called a few weeks ago about aphids in my underwear. Remember that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mark wanted me to come down there and show him, but I said, we hardly know each other. So, here's my question. What flooring material is most resistant to big Russian cat urine?
Okay, that's a good one. Cat urine or urine from dogs and cats. I mean, I would imagine that run-of-the-mill LVT would be ruined if it's soaked on there for any length of time, right? Hold on, go ahead. There you go.
Let me say this. I think probably it would be Revwood by Mohawk. It's a laminate. And so what they did at Surfaces a couple of years ago is they built a swimming pool and they put...
No fooling.
They put on the bottom of it, they locked together the most popular LVT in Denver, I won't say the name, and underneath it they put Revwood, and then they filled it with water, and water was dripping through the LVP, and then it was sitting on the Mohawk Revwood, and the Mohawk Revwood was so... The click system, the Uniclick system, doesn't allow water to go through it, so I would imagine that would be the best product for cat urine that's a traditional floor, other than probably,
Now, proper care of LVT. Here. Damp mop, okay? Damp?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Steam mop.
Okay.
Right?
Now, buddy, on this floor you see here in my studio, I have gouges in it where I moved that stupid vibrator plate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the hell how do you even repair this?
Tear up a piece and put a new one in.
You can tear out a piece?
Uh-huh. One single piece. We go in and do it all the time for people.
Okay, so you guys can do it if I hire you to do. Okay, cool.
You got to have the material.
Oh crap! I never even thought of that.
And we when we sell a floor, we usually leave at least one or two pieces.
If I want to have my floors redone, do I have to move everything out?
No, we do all that.
And of course, the price would reflect it. Obviously,
we charge for it.
As much.
Yes, we charge for it.
But it's all turnkey.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that keep people from redoing.
I know it.
They're like, how am I going to move all the furniture?
Because I'd like to say to you, but God, I shudder to think over here because I had to remove that.
Well, the problem with moving all the stuff is like electronics. We won't like.
No. This is going to be a nightmare. I wouldn't do this unless I sell the house. But I might get it repaired. Do you have something that could match? Do you ever have stuff? I'm thinking, the reason I'm asking this, I know people listening have gouges or stuff they want repaired. And I know it's not a big job for you, but...
Normally, we just, like if you called us, we'd just say, hey, talk to one of our installers.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Do it on the side.
Okay. Okay, good.
It's not a business.
But is this the kind, when you look at it, is it hard to match floors?
Absolutely.
Ah, damn it. Why'd you say that?
Because
they're all different.
They're all different, and they discontinue a floor usually after about 5 years.
Oh, my goodness.
You don't know how many homeowners call us, and they're like, hey, I had my house built 5 years ago. I want to put in the same floor. And it's discontinued.
Now, Josh, you have a question. By the way, that's simplyfloorsinc.com. Josh, you have a question on insurance. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question about serving somebody's insurance company if I can't find them. You had a caller a few weeks ago. She got rear-ended. Somehow she knew the guy's insurance company. And if they're standing in their place in terms of liability, can she just serve them?
Mark, what do you think?
No.
Who do you have to serve?
Okay.
There's registered agent, right?
Yeah, well, no, you'd have to serve the person that hit you in this circumstance. I can't, if you run into me and you have Safeco insurance.
I see what he's saying. Of course. Sir, you're saying that you want to sue her. That's who you sue, and then she makes noise. You don't sue her insurance company because you don't have a contractual obligation. They don't have a contractual arrangement with you.
Right. No, sorry. You had a caller a few weeks ago who got rear-ended or whatever in a parking lot.
Right.
And she knew his insurance.
Right.
And according to her, it's his fault. But she can't find him, or couldn't at the time of the call.
No, you can't. No, they have no obligation to serve him up to you at all. But why can't you find him?
I don't know. That was just a caller. Sorry. Yeah.
No, you. I mean, you know the person.
Just people move around, just having difficulty. That's all. It was just a curious question, Tom. Thank you.
No. Thank you, Ray. 303-713-TALK. I misunderstood him. Not Ray. I'm sorry. Ray was the blind guy. Okay, Josh, you can't serve the insurance company for the person. That's the quick answer. Blaine, what is happening with your 2013? Go ahead. Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's happening?
Oh, yeah, so I actually bought a 2013 of the Volkswagen Golf. It's just one of the TDIs, and I drove it the day I got it at the dealership, and felt great. And day two, I got it home. It drove from Denver to Cheyenne, no problem.
How many miles on it?
That sucker, 67,000. Yeah.
That's pretty good. So what's wrong with it now?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, the clutch went out in it the second day I got it.
Obviously you bought it as is, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, from a Mile High down in Denver. Yeah, they're just not being helpful at all. They're just.
But do you believe, Blaine, do you believe they should put the clutch in for you? I mean, it did have 67,000 miles and you bought it as is.
I think they should do something. This is kind of my first rodeo with this sort of thing. So
how much is it going to cost you to fix it?
I've already got one bid for $3,200.
Oh my God! Wait a minute, $3,200 for a clutch?
Well, clutch and the labor, because it's just Volkswagens are.
No, that sounds. Mark, doesn't that sound ridiculous?
No. That could be in line. We can ask Kevin though.
Or how about
Jeff?
Jeff, let's call Jeff. Hold on a sec, bro. Let's try to see what that's going to cost. And I don't think the dealer has to do much unless they lied to you or covered it up. So hold on. Let's get Jeff Vick on Kimmer Transmission. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Elaine has a suggestion for Ray. Ray was the blind guy. We're sending him a walking stick. Make sure you, Kachina, you text me. Oh, you did. You did text me his address. Thank you very much on that. And I'm going to have this sent to him. And what is your suggestion for Ray? What I told him is he has to go somewhere to get help in adapting, and I did find a place, by the way, and it's a state agency called it's Division of Vocational Rehabilitation. Go ahead. What was your suggestion?
Hi, is this Tom?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Tom. I went through all that with my father, who was declared legally blind. And now, we don't know if Ray is a veteran or not, do we? Did he mention that to you?
No, he did not.
Okay, that's an important thing because I had my dad join the Denver VA, and of course my dad has passed away, but you would not believe all the free stuff he got. We were both surprised.
That's good.
He got 2 canes, and then he got 2 different kinds of walkers, and then later on he got a one of those power chairs, power wheelchairs. And then all of his medications, excuse me, all those were free. And then after that, he got all these different household items. They send a social worker to your home, and they kind of analyze everything. And if Ray happens to be a veteran, tell him to you can get online. I don't happen to have their number because when my dad was a member, they were still on Colorado and 8th Avenue.
Well, we'll find out first of all, we got to find out if he's a veteran or not. But the good news is that there are other state agencies as well, so we're going to get on that as well. But goodness gracious, I do appreciate you calling in about that.
My dad was in his 90s when he joined. He was living off just regular Medicare up until then, and my father was paying for all of his medications. And suddenly, one of the neighbors referred him to the VA, and then he thought, why didn't I do this sooner? You know?
You know what? That's really cool. That is so cool to know. Thank you very much. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have more coming right up. Wait. Let me ask Jeff Vick real quick while he's on. Jeff, Kimmer transmission. The 2013 VW Golf. Could a clutch be as much as $3,000?
Doesn't it have two?
If it's the diesel application, then most certainly, because they've got what's called a dual mass flywheel, where it's got a clutch actually inside the flywheel itself. You can't resurface them; you have to replace them, and they will burn up and they will slip just like the regular clutch slips. So you have to replace them in tandem. So if it's a diesel, then yeah, that's very feasible.
Oh my goodness! So, and is there anything in between, like fixing the damn thing, or what?
It depends on what his actual problem is. If it's slipping, then obviously you need a clutch, and typically once it's got to that point, it destroys the surface of that dual mass flywheel, so you're replacing it at the same time.
Holy crap! This is eye-opening. I didn't know that. So, in any case, his went out, and he's having a bad time here, man, because he's got to replace it. He just bought the car. He thinks it sucks, and I do too. So that's where we're at. So listen, man, we just have to, there's nothing we can do. Blaine, I mean, I don't think this dealer, we can call him and demand that he give you a new clutch. But Jeff Vick, I'll tell you what, he'd be the one I'd go to, though. If you do need help, I would go to him. 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Pretty easy driving throughout the Denver Metro for the noon hour. I-25 north and southbound, we're seeing highway speeds from one end of town to the other. East of downtown, I-70 westbound, some usual slowdowns between Colorado Boulevard and York Street. Further northeast, I-270 westbound, slow traffic approaching Vasquez. 270 eastbound, some stop and go between I-76 and Vasquez. Otherwise, a pretty beautiful drive throughout the Denver Metro and beyond. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Talk about beautiful sunny skies out there today with a high of 90 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 55. Tomorrow mostly sunny with a high of 90 again. Some clouds rolling in on Saturday. The current temperature in Denver is 84 degrees with your Impact Traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Summer days getting shorter and business to-do lists getting...
10 seconds here, buddy.
Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job and get hiring today by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
You want dependable people for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, and I have just the people. Fix It 24/7, the people I use in my home, and you should too. FixMyHome.com. I've known these people for years and years, the people behind the people, as they say. And right now, they have this $39 thing they do for people, which is incredible. A tech comes to your home and will find any problem for that price. So that's all you have on the line. When they find it, they give you a no-nonsense, 100% satisfaction guaranteed solution with a price up front. And if you go ahead with the work, They credit you the $39. There is nothing simpler than doing business with Fix It 24/7. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. Hey, David Ellis Jewelry wants to buy your used jewelry, whether it's junk, antique, vintage, whatever. Now, if it's old and tangled and mismatched earrings, broken watches, incomplete coin collections, he'll weigh it and pay it. If it's used, vintage, he'll give you a fair price. 3rd and Clayton in Cherry Creek. Don't go to a stranger off social media. David Ellis Jewelry is a name we've trusted for 40 years. David Ellis Jewelry. Look for the black awning, 3rd and Clayton. 303-322-8779. Okay, guys. I'm trying to get this guy entered into. They're not recognizing his address for some reason. Google's not introduced this blind guy's address. I hope this is not a damn fraud. Damn it. Please enter a phone number. I did, God damn it.
Kel stepped away, but as soon as she comes back, I'll have her double check that address for you.
Okay, I'm going to use this address. Did it use it? No. Why, you bastard? Oh, yeah, it took it finally. Yeah, I got him here.
Okay.
Good, I got him. Okay. What a good guy. This poor guy's looking for stupid insurance for a stick. All right, good. Okay, place your order. I hope he gets it. There we go. All right.
Have you ever taken an ice bath?
No. Why is that?
I've been taking them lately.
Really? Wow. Is it something that you just heard about or what?
Kind of read about it. It's supposed to increase all sorts of hormones and melatonin, help you sleep at night. And it does and then it doesn't. One night I'll have like 2 hours of deep sleep after I do it. The next time I do it, I'll have 30 minutes. So I don't know if it's like consistent. It's also supposed to rev your metabolism. Keep your anyway.
Very cool. Now, I heard about it.
I watched, like people do it, and I'll just give it a shot. I actually like it.
And does it take you time to get in there and do it, or?
No, I bought one of those little ones. And you just jump right in. And I fill it with ice, and it gets the water temperature down to about 49, 50 degrees. How do you get in? I just step in and then just take a deep breath and then plunge down up to my neck.
Oh God! And does it go like?
Yes.
Oh.
After that, I sit in it. I usually sit in it between 7 to 10 minutes.
And you do feel the effects?
Yes.
For like more
all
than
the
just
day.
that time?
Yeah, all day. It makes you feel better, gives you more energy, and it revs your metabolism.
Like when you first did it, did you want to get right out when you go in, or do you get used to it?
I get used to it pretty fast. My wife hates it. But it was just something.
What is it? I missed it.
So, what?
What is it? What are you taking?
Oh, ice bath.
Oh, hell no. He's been doing that for 5 years.
Me?
Yeah, I thought you told me like 5 years ago you were
wanted
going
10
out.
seconds, I never bought the ice bath, so I finally bought one.
Fentanyl, the crime, illegal aliens, inflation, all this stuff going on. Where is our hero for this round?
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. So we got a call from Ray. He went blind totally this year, and it was from some kind of illness and hitting his head, and he was looking for a walking stick. He didn't know where else to go. We're sending him one. He'll have it Saturday. And also, he wanted to know for help, and I'm reading a lot here. Colorado Division of Vocational Rehab. They have a lot of resources for people going blind or blind that need help adapting. A lot of help here, which is wonderful. So we need to get that information to him, Kachina. Did you get his email? Oh, he doesn't do email. Doggone it.
Yeah, I have he can do text. His sons help him out doing text, so we can text him any information.
Good. So that number I can text, and I'll give him that information. So, Mike, what's your suggestion for Ray?
Well, I have a suggestion. First, I'd like to be your mystery guest in the studio sometime. Mystery Mike.
You can be.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll set that up. Yeah, I'm vision impaired myself, and I heard a commercial on the radio. It might have been the National Federation of the Blind or something. They say people with vision impaired problems or blind can receive a free golden retriever service dog. And
well, hold on. I think they are free to people with need. If you can't afford it, I think you can. And it's not necessarily golden, but it is a service dog, or a what do they call it? I forget what they call them, but they do have dogs for people who are blind. And I know that you have to qualify for it. And I don't know if he wants a dog at this point in his life, but it's something worth looking into. Appreciate the information. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Steve has a comment on the Denver Post. Now, what the heck is he commenting on? Go ahead, Steve. Quickly, go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I just had a reason to call the Denver Post about my subscription. I have probably taken the Denver Post for about 50 years, and a couple years ago when the price skyrocketed...
Hold on. I want to come back to you. Please hang on.
A luxury.
I took the Denver Post for years. I haven't had a newspaper. I kind of miss reading the newspaper.
I hate them. I always hated them. I like reading online, all kinds of stuff, but the Denver Post sucks.
I've been watching way too many YouTube videos on different things. I'm addicted to YouTube.
I'm going to say.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Okay. And hang on for me. Hey, Michael. How did you spell your name? Michael? Perfect. And what was the issue that you had one more time? Oh, yeah. You got a comment on blindness. Okay. Okay. Hang on.
$15 seconds, guys.
The gift that keeps on giving, this goofiness from the left, now claiming they can keep Trump off the ballot under the 14th Amendment. I will expose and debunk that line of attack. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Fighting for you each and every day. Michael's got a comment on blindness. We had this guy go blind this year totally and needed some help and resources. In fact, I'm helping him behind the scenes right now. As a matter of fact, I found the division of vocational rehab that can help him, and I'm sending him the information. Go ahead, sir. What is your... go ahead. Hi.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm a professional blind person, and what I mean by that is I've been blind for the last 20 years, and I've gone through exactly what he's getting ready to go through. Voc Rehab is awesome. It's a really good place to go. They can teach him how to use a mobility cane. It's not called a walking stick, Tom. It's a mobility
Okay, I just sent him one, whatever it is.
Okay, well, you got to measure it. You can't just send him one.
Well, I just sent him one. So here's the deal. At least it'll be something. It's telescoping, and it says that you could adjust it to whatever you need.
Yeah, well, he needs instruction with that, Tom.
No, I imagine that, Michael, but I wasn't going to wait for all of that. I sent it to him. He's going to contact the vocab people, the Voc Rehab. And, Michael, I remember you, by the way. You called the show a few times in the past.
Oh, I do. And sometimes you've given me some help, too, with the job placement, actually. And I recently called in, and you wanted me to do phone work, but unfortunately, I just don't like that. I'm doing my own thing anyway. I'm a musician. I'm a drummer. That's what I do. Okay? And then I help blind people get started with their
Well, listen, I'm serious. Can you help him if he calls you?
Yes. That's
okay, here's what, hey, Kachina, I want you to call Ray and ask Ray if it's okay if we start this communication. We'll send him Michael's phone number. Michael's a good guy. I've known him for years.
That's true. I just want to help him out.
What are you doing now, Michael?
Okay, so I'm playing drums in a band called PrettyTiedUp.com.
It's PrettyTiedUp.com, right?
That's right. Yeah, you can go Facebook, Pretty.com on Facebook. You'll find us. We just did a recent show.
The website's not coming up. PrettyTiedUp.com.
Okay, look at we got it down today. They're doing something to it, I believe. We're scheduled. They're actually doing it. So go to Facebook. You'll see a really nice video. I've got a singer who can really
I can't go on Facebook. I don't have a sign up anymore for Facebook. I gave it up.
Okay.
I refuse to go on Facebook.
Yeah, for me it's a necessary evil. I don't really particularly care for it either, but I do use it, and so do a lot of blind people. So that's why I had to learn how to use it, unfortunately. But it's part of the business, as they say, in the blind business.
So when do you play? Do you play out? Do you do any gigs?
Yeah. We play all over the place. I got a booking agent. Right now I got a brand new guitar player. I got him in the closet. He's learning my set list. I'm only letting him out to go to the bathroom and to eat. And as soon as he learns my list, I'm going to start booking shows.
Well, hold on. Is it just two of you?
No, there's four of us. There's four of us. We're edgy, man. We're great. People love us, especially our vocalist. She really empowers the ladies.
Do you have anything up on YouTube we can listen to?
Not at the moment. I had to take that down. Like I said, I got a brand new guitar player, so I'm retooling and starting over again. Okay? So that's what he's in the process of learning my set list. And as soon as that's ready, I will invite your whole staff to come and check us out. You'll like us. It's a cover band. Commercial stuff, stuff you hear on the radio.
But you've never been in the studio, have you?
You've invited me to the studio, Tom, but I couldn't afford it. I live in Boulder, but don't hold that against me, okay? So it's like $87 on the list for me to get to Syracuse. Aren't you on Syracuse over Quebec?
What?
Yeah, I've been to the studio before, but I was never able to go when you invited me because I didn't have the cash for transportation.
Well, if you ever want to come down, we'll arrange for Uber or something to take you.
Sign me up.
You want it? Okay, I'll pick a day when I'm in the studio.
Is it okay if I bring my guide with me? My dog.
What's his name?
His name is Charlie, the Wonder Dog.
And what kind of dog is he?
He's a classic black lab. I'm a drummer with a black dog. Get it? Led Zeppelin?
Yeah. And so...
Yeah,
So Charlie is your... Do they call it a seeing eye dog? What do they call it?
He is a guide dog.
A guide dog. Sorry. I'm just old school
that's
crap.
All right. That's all right. No, that's okay, Tom. That's why I would like to come and see you so I can give you the education on what this stuff is called. And
Well, you can come, but I don't think you can come and see me. Boom, boom. Okay. Anyway, thanks, Mike, for calling. Appreciate it. Steve's got a comment on the Denver Post. Get your calls in, people. You have a problem, question, or complaint at 303-713-TALK. Steve, what's going on in your life?
Well, my situation certainly isn't as important as the last one you discussed, but I had been a Denver Post subscriber for over 50 years, and a couple of years ago when the prices just skyrocketed, I let my subscription lapse. And a few months later, the D calls up and says, because you're a longtime customer, we're going to give you a subscription 52 weeks for $104. And I said, that's great, sign me up. Well, about 6 months later, I get a bill in the mail for another year's subscription. And I didn't think anything about it, so I paid it. Did the same thing last fall after 6 months, and finally it dawned on me I was paying these subscriptions too regularly. So I called them up this morning and I asked what was going on.
Yeah.
And they said, well, 2 years ago, they started a 15-cent per day per paper additional cost. And if you multiply that out, that wipes out half your subscription. So you only get 6 months for that $104.
You know what? Honest to God, I don't know why people care about why they even bother. I mean,
bother with what?
With the Post. Why do you can get it on your phone?
Oh, I do get it on my phone, but it's just a thing that I was paying every 6 months rather than
wait. Is this the pricing you were talking about was on your phone or on your digital, or was it a deliver?
I get it delivered, but in addition to that, I get the electronic paper.
Well, the electronic one is cheaper. Why do you even need one delivered? I'm just curious.
It's a lot easier to do the crossword puzzles and the comics and stuff.
Okay. My God, there's so many crossword puzzles right now as far as apps go. But Steve, so what do you want us to, no, seriously, do you want us to call the Post or something?
Everybody.
Do you want us to call the Post?
Am I the only one that hears that most annoying sound I've ever heard?
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. B has a question on wills versus trust. Go ahead, B.
Yes, I have a question. My partner and I are disagreeing on, he feels like I should have a will, and I think I should have a trust.
Okay, you need
and
both.
I was just curious.
You need both. You can have a will without a trust, but you should not have a trust without a will. Now, let me explain something to you, B. A trust is an entity that deals with your assets and your estate that stays alive through your death, and the trustee then does whatever the trust says. But you need a simple will to say, see the trust and trustee. So in that regard, your trust is private, your will is public, and that's why people do it that way. So your will says, see my trust.
Okay.
That's
Can I
it.
get a trust out of state, or does it have to be in Colorado?
If you're in Colorado, the trust should be in Colorado.
Because I've heard like Wyoming and other states have better protection assets.
But if you're not a resident there, you're going to get into problems.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I wanted to ask, because he just says I needed the will, and I'm like, I think I need a trust.
Well, let me ask you something, B. What are you trying to do? What do you own?
About $1 million worth of assets.
Okay, like what are those assets?
2 homes and just liquidity and just like vehicles and
Okay, B.
other stuff.
Who do you want to leave that stuff to?
My children.
Okay, now you can do the homes in beneficiaries deeds without a trust, just as good, and you can do the cars like that too. But if you have cash in the banks, you can do a payable on death certificate. Now you can do everything you're talking about without even going to an estate, without even going to probate through those instruments. Now, you can also do it in a trust, and it would be a very simple trust. And your kids would be probably the trustee. You'd have one as a trustee maybe. But here's the deal. Don't ever try to do it alone, okay? And Mackenzie, we like Mackenzie Law. That's Dan Mackenzie. And he's on our referral list, Mackenzie Law. Or you can go to Harris Family Law. They do estate work as well. 303-713-8255.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. When a restaurant closes, my reaction is, that sucks. They had good steak. When regional banks close, or 3 of them close overnight, it freaks me out. This is why I have my own personal gold reserve. It's part of my personal protection plan. Call my friends at Oxford Gold Group. Call 833-404-GOLD.
10 seconds, buddy.
833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
All right. I love K&H Home Solutions because they make your life simple. All of their products not only are durable, energy efficient, beautiful, with custom fits, with no or low maintenance products. You have a company that's been around 65 years, since 1956. I've known all the owners, including the one right now, Lee Diamond and his team. Great people. If you want the best in outside products, including roofing, gutters, siding, windows, and doors, you want K&H Home Solutions. KHWindows.com. 303-421-7100. 303-421-7100. Elite Garage Floors for your garage floors. Yes, they're the same old people I've been endorsing. They changed their name to Elite. Elite Garage Floors. I am telling you, they have the guaranteed lowest price. They guarantee the finish for life. And no money down ever. Until the job's done, you will love the way they do business. That's Elite Garage Floors, EliteGF.com, 720-939-2448, 720-939-2448, EliteGF.com. So, this kid I know from church years ago, he came to see me because of his he was mine, 5 years old, 6 years old. He told me about this. We started talking. We started doing it about 5 years ago as a beta test, and then I went public a year and a half ago. There are a few days in the most incredible thing when you're recognized on the party and you get a chance to know because it's an open
15 seconds, guys.
House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. We are here to help you solve problems, answer questions, and take complaints. And let's talk to Kurt. He has a problem. Kurt, what's going on with you? Hey, Kurt.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. What's going on with you?
Well, I bought a home from Champion Homes a few years ago.
Now, Champion Homes, they're no relation to Champion Windows and Doors, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a company out of, they build them in, this particular location was out of York, Nebraska.
Oh, wait, are these pre-built, are these like modulars?
Yeah, it's a two-part home that they put together.
Got it. And you bought it and a few years ago, like when?
So, I closed down the house on November of 20, so it'll be 3 years ago.
Okay, so what's the problem?
To make a long story short, all right, this spring we had a lot of rain, obviously, and I had water coming through my windows in the backside of my house, like literally water dripping through the windows. So after the rain, I got up on a ladder because the windows are up high. And I noticed that they didn't caulk the windows properly.
Okay.
When they built the home. So I contacted Champion and said, "Hey, you didn't quality control this properly, and this has caused me now to have water damage in my house. One of the windows has visible mold." And I called and I talked to them, and they said, "Oh, well, send me pictures." So I sent them pictures.
Well, is it under any kind of a warranty?
Typically, no. I guess the warranty's expired according to them. But my feeling is it wasn't manufactured right, and so if they didn't manufacture it right, it doesn't matter.
But that's exactly what warranties are. It does matter. This is precisely an argument I have all the time with people. It absolutely matters because warranties are against manufacturing defects, and that's what you had, a manufacturing defect. So what I need to know is, was there a warranty or not?
I guess yes.
Okay, and when did the warranty run out?
I guess it was 2 years.
Okay, here's the problem. And listen, I would be pissed off too if I were you. But the problem is...
I didn't notice because we don't get a lot of rain here, right? So
I get it, man. I get it. But precisely that's what warranties are about. They warranty something against factory defects, manufacturer's defects for a certain amount of time. Your argument is, well, I never had the benefit of the warranty because it was never done to begin with right. But that's exactly what a warranty is for mistakes they make at the factory, manufacturing defects. So you're not going to get a warranty on this. Now, you might get a goodwill offering, but what about your insurance?
Well, I haven't talked to the insurance yet.
When did this happen?
In May, when all the big rain came in, and it was coming in from a direction that showed me that I had an issue with my house. I didn't know that I had an issue.
No, I get it.
We're dry here mostly, right? It's not a wet climate mostly.
But was it a specific storm?
Yes. The first storm we had, I don't know, out there.
Make sure when you call your insurance that you let them, do not mention they were not caulked. You simply mention there was a driving rain that came into your home. And don't mention that it hit the ground and came into your home.
No, it didn't hit the ground. It went...
Good, because if it did, it would have been flood. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But really, here's the bottom line. Kurt, I promise you this is going to be a very difficult fight for you, and if you have insurance, you better put in a claim.
Okay, well, they said, so I did speak with somebody at Champion, their warranty department, and he said he was going to send somebody out to look at it. But then I was out of town for business. I had to go for a job, and I was out of town for 3 months, so I wasn't even in town. So I'm trying to deal with this out of town as well. And he told me they were going to send somebody to my house to look at this and mitigate the issue. And now he won't.
Wait. No, Kurt. Did he actually say mitigate the issue?
Well, or take a look at it and see what they could do. Yeah.
Okay, that's nothing.
I sealed the windows.
That's just putting you
obviously.
off. Kurt, I'm going to tell you something. I would love if they fixed it for you. Let's give it to somebody. Let's see. Okay. I want to give it to Deputy Dollar, one of our guys, to call and see if they really will do something for you. But I just warn you. I just want to warn you. You had a warranty that expired. But we will have somebody called to see if they'll make a special circumstance here because the windows were never caulked. Let's just see if they'll fall for that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Now, Buddy Mitchell, speaking of insurance, you said you wanted to talk about that for a minute. How did that come up in the floor covering business for you?
Well, the rain this summer.
How'd that happen? So you were replacing under insurance?
Well, yes and no. Lots of people are finishing their basement.
Right.
And we do a lot of basement finishes.
Right.
And we were getting called by people saying, yeah, I need to replace the flooring in my basement that you put in 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, we had the rain, it flooded our basement.
And they were shocked to find out their insurance didn't cover it.
Yeah, because they have regular insurance, but they don't have flood insurance.
Exactly.
And you're in Colorado on top of a mountain. You think, oh, I don't need flood insurance.
And Mark, didn't you get flood insurance because of that?
Yep.
See, Mark got flood insurance. They said, why are you getting flood insurance?
$100 a year.
It's cheap, and it would
It's
cover...
cheap if you're not in a floodplain. If you're in a floodplain, then what you get is subsidized insurance.
Yeah, but it's just... I had probably 30 or 40 people call me because of the rain.
Right.
The rainwater came into their basement, flooded their floors.
Right.
And they had to pay out of pocket for it. And so we're working a lot with different basement remodelers around town.
Now,
we just tell them, hey, get the insurance, it's cheap.
Mark, it is. That's right. Now, Mark, didn't Compass tell us, though, that some companies don't even offer it?
Yeah, most don't. You gotta, I think Safeco does.
So did you get a separate, Mark, did you get a separate from your homeowners, or is it the same company?
No, it's the same company. It's just an addendum or a rider.
Let's call Compass and ask them if Brian can come on very quickly to address this. Buddy said he came across so many instances that he thought, hell, it's cheap, get it. You know, I mean, then if water flows in, you don't have to worry.
Right.
Because once it hits the ground, buddy, or it hits a horizontal surface and flows into your home, you're screwed.
Yes.
Even if it came from rain and not the ground, they still consider it flood.
Yes.
All right, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
You're going to see some busy driving into downtown. I-25 both north and southbound. We're seeing patches of stop and go between Alameda and I-70. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. East of downtown, I-70 westbound, your usual slow spots approaching York Street. Further northeast, I-270 westbound, even more stopped up than usual. We've got some road construction just after Vasquez with slow driving all the way back from I-70. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, sunny skies out there today with a high of 90 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 55. Tomorrow mostly sunny with a high of 90 again. High of 87 on Saturday, partly cloudy. The current temperature in Denver is 85 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Lowe's knows how to save pro.
10 seconds, buddy. You're next.
$1,500 off select major kitchen appliances because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 8/24 through 9/13. Exclusions apply while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
Listen, there is a documentary made called The Baby Boomer Dilemma, and this movie is going to be playing at the AMC Highlands Ranch September 14th, and I'm going to be there. And so will financial advisors, but not to sell you anything. They want you to be informed about the Social Security system, about all kinds of retirement plans that are in trouble, in peril. And it's called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. And here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to go to this website and reserve a ticket. The tickets are free, but they want you to reserve them. And then you'll be educated. And then the good news is there are things you can do about it. But again, they're not going to sell you anything here. I want you to look at the movie and see what you think about it. And as I said, I'll be there September 14th. Go to mymoneymyway.com and reserve your ticket, mymoneymyway.com. Okay.
Airplane.
Oh my God! Yeah, the most I've been sixth.
Direct delay.
So I've been watching some of the older shows too. I watched the entire series of Paul.
Was it good?
There's 6 or 7 seasons. It's a David Kelly series. It's called Great. I did not realize some of these older shows. I started watching some older shows.
If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numb feet, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Anderson, D.C. Doctor, what is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy, that means nerve damage to the feet and lower legs.
What are the symptoms?
The major symptoms are numbness, burning, shooting pain, and problems with balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It absolutely is in most situations, and we can get great results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or balance issues,
Good. I just got A-list preferred through 2024.
Good. Oh, wow. That's sweet. Southwest.
Well, you realize for every dollar you spend on a Southwest credit card,
Right.
on social media advertising, you get 2 or 3 Facebook, Google. I spend about 20 grand a month, so I get 60,000 miles. So we've been flying all over, and I still have $500,000. And it took me a lot longer this year to get paperless preferred. I knew I'd get it.
10 seconds here, guys.
Let's fix that drainage, support your concrete, and remove those trip hazards. Advanced Mudjacking, 303-424-9441. AdvancedMudjacking@yahoo.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Storm has a question on registered agents. Go ahead, Storm.
Yes, Mr. Martino. It was in regards to the young lady who was working on the trust and having a will.
Right.
And she mentioned about Wyoming. And I've had some success of having a registered agent in Wyoming because I've got assets in Wisconsin, California.
Yeah, you can do that.
And it's all legal. A lot of people don't know. Also the tax base up there is a lot cheaper.
No, you
and
can
more
do
freedom.
that as far as basing or domiciling a company, but you can't domicile yourself for purposes of probate.
So what I did is I put myself in an LLC.
Right. Okay.
So I made my name an LLC. I'm just passing that on.
No, you sure can, and you can put property and assets and all of that in it. You're right, and you can domicile it in another state, but that's not your personal probate. That's a company.
Yes, sir. It was just to help the young lady.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. There is some controversy on what you're doing because let me explain why. A lot of people do this with airplanes and motorhomes and big purchases. They get an LLC in another state. They get a registered agent from that state, and they domicile the company in that state. Here's the problem. If you truly don't keep the assets in that state, and if you truly just domicile there, and you don't have a physical presence, it can backfire on you. I just want you to know that.
Tell me what you mean. And
okay, here's what I mean.
That kind of investigation.
Here's what I mean. Let's say you have an airplane. By the way, I don't have an airplane I do this with. But let's say you have a Wyoming or whatever, pick a state that doesn't have a lot of tax, and you have a corporation there, but you're not there. And you put your motorhome or you put your airplane or you put something there to avoid taxes. You're going to be audited someday, well, maybe audited, and you're going to have to pay taxes and penalties.
Okay, so being a risk taker sounds like a risk, but you don't have like a descendant, to like I don't have kids, so I'm in a position where if they come after me, they take everything, I can always start over. So I guess that would be a caveat.
Well, I don't know if they're going to take everything. They're just going to make you pay what you're avoiding. Listen, people have tried to do that a lot, okay? In fact, California went so far, there were people with corporate jets out of California that would not register them in California. They would register them with LLCs in Montana and other states. Now listen to what happened. When those planes would come and land in California, and that's where they kept them, the taxing authorities would go and put a levy on them because they claimed they were truly domiciled in California. So it's very dangerous what you're talking about. Okay, now I don't understand why you would do that. Well, first of all, you can't do that with real estate because real estate is where real estate is. And I don't know what you think you're accomplishing by putting your name in an LLC. Because your name in an LLC, like Tom Martino LLC, would not protect me from anything as an individual. It would only protect assets I put into the LLC. But those assets are protected, yes they are, but if I domicile them outside of their true home, I'm telling you, it is considered illegal. Now, I know that's what you're doing, and I don't mean to give you a bunch of bad news, but it can backfire. 303-713-8255. I want to go to Bob, LEM Landscaping. I'm not sure what he's commenting on. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, hey, Tom, I wanted to apologize. I tried to get in the other day for your birthday to tell you happy birthday, and I missed it, so I didn't want
No
to...
problem, man. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. Mark and you have done such a remarkable job for LEM, and when people call in, I met with a customer last night. She said, I called and checked on you with Marc Mager. She said you're top-notch. So I want to tell you and Mark how much I appreciate everything you do to promote us and let people know about us. And I'm always going to do it, even an extra better job than we already do, just because I never want to disappoint what you do.
You know, Bob, thank you very much. I know you do great work. That's why we called you to give us that estimate. And you are you're the bomb, and we appreciate it. We like that. We love when people call us, not just about you. You're a good guy, but we get calls about Frank Duran. We get calls about Excel Roofing. We get calls about, Fix It 24/7, Harris, Renew Home Innovations, Denver Regen. I mean, I love when people call and say, Tom, they were great. Water Pros. I love it. It's a wonderful feeling.
Well, yes, it is. And I want you to know how important it is for me as a company to be able to say, do you know who Tom Martino? Do you know who Mark is? Yeah. Call them and ask them about LEM if you have any questions.
Yeah.
You can't do that with anybody else.
Thank
you. Know what I'm saying?
And we do take that seriously. We love it. Thank you very much. Yeah, and that's the deal. There's two ways to do, there's not two ways. There's a million ways to do advertising. But could you imagine the stress and anxiety you would have, especially if you take my career in Denver, 45 years. Now listen carefully. If I, for 45 years, lied on the air about people that were good, calling people good that were bad, or trying to promote, why would anyone do that ever? Ever. Now, sometimes you might do it by mistake. You might get a bad company here or there over the years. I can't think of any, but there could be a problem. But no, who would ever intentionally do that? I can't think of anyone. Anyone, not even my colleagues, that would intentionally do that. Yet there are people who truly believe that all advertising is money. It's not. I truly believe that you have to be some sick bastard to promote a company you don't believe in. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. And now, do some people do it? Now, here's where I think the worst case scenario is with advertising. When you have people that don't know their butt from a hole in the ground, when they endorse things, they have, so what? But so what? If people are willing to pay them to endorse them, fine. I look to the credibility of the endorsement. For example, if I'm endorsing a financial product or advisor, you can pretty much know I know what I'm talking about. If I endorse a car place, it's because I know cars, and I know deals, I know contractors, I know landscaping, I know what I'm endorsing. I know the lawyers, I know the law, I know what I'm endorsing. When I say this guy does this job and this great job and that great job, I know what I'm talking about. The only problem I have sometimes with endorsements is when they endorse things they know nothing about. So they have no idea if the person is any good or not. They have no idea. They don't keep track of it. They don't know. They just put their name on it. So when I have a referral list, I can tell you that I know each and every business and what they do and how they do it and why I like them and why I don't. Now, that's a feather in my cap, and I appreciate it, and I love it because I truly know what I'm talking about. Truly. Mark does too. He doesn't know much about me. He doesn't know as much as I do. Very little.
I'm just quicker and more handsome.
Anyway, we got more coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
You're going to see some busy driving into downtown. I-25 both north and southbound. We're seeing patches of stop and go between Alameda and I-70. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. East of downtown, I-70 westbound, your usual slow spots approaching York Street. Further northeast, I-270 westbound, even more stopped up than usual. We've got some road construction just after Vasquez with slow driving all the way back from I-70. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, sunny skies out there today with a high of 90 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 55. Tomorrow mostly sunny with a high of 90 again. High of 87 on Saturday, partly cloudy. The current temperature in Denver is 85 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Score big on
10 seconds, Tom.
Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable beds and get a $300 instant gift, good towards pillows and more.
You know, Euro Plumbing Colorado, I'm putting them on the map for one thing. Not only do they have skill, of course they're a plumbing company, master plumbers, but they got deals. No one does better deals. Can you imagine getting into garbage disposal and saving 90%? Yeah, think about that. What is 90%? Think about that. Like on a $1,000 bid, it would be $100. That would be a 90% savings. Think about this. Water heaters completely replaced for $12.99 with the old one taken away, or $13.99 for a 50-gallon. What about saving 90% on, sump pumps? Here's what they say. They're going to save you money and do a great job. Can you do better than that? They even do complete repiping. EuroPlumbingColorado.net, 303-668-6844, 668-6844. Okay, when it comes to the house and the exterior, Genesis can do it all for this storm damage. Now, let me explain how important that is. One stop, one shop, one place, one warranty, one invoice, one contact. Mark Szymanski, the owner. That's right. They can even do virtual estimates with special software imagery. They can do siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks, and more. If you have storm damage, they'll handle it. Of course, they can do home improvements too. Genesis Total Exteriors.com. 303-679-8509. 679-8509. But you know that, and you know that about floor covering. I tell people it's as much or more work to do it the wrong way. Why the fuck would you? I know. That's exactly. I know it. So like when people say, "Oh, how dare you do commercials? You do this," and I say, "So what? It's if I do the good job, that's good for you." It's like it's like you can't assume that people who are in business would choose to do it wrong. I mean, no moron would choose to do it wrong. There are people that don't have skill. There are liar cheaters, a very small percentage of liars and cheaters that literally take your money wanting to hurt you, right? That's right. Most stupidity. There's a lot of evil. There's not a lot. There's some evil. Most of it is just they're incompetent. Yeah. Not because of your trade. That's right. What's the game Mark talked about tonight? Who's playing?
Kansas City versus Detroit. It's Thursday night football, the beginning of the NFL season.
Okay. I've never bet on sports, ever.
I've never bet on sports either. I watch sports. I love sports. Most I bet is fantasy football.
I haven't paid freaking copay, nothing, no drugs. It's, whoa, $6 for
10 seconds, guys.
What is the World Economic Forum? What are they up to? And how does it affect you? I'll lay it out for you. 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-255. Buddy Mitchell's been with us the whole show. Simply Floors, Inc. That's inc.com, Simply Floors, Inc. You know, we've known him for so many years. Now, I remember them coming out to this house when I was buying it, and Amy, was it, that came in?
Yeah.
I loved it. I said, Amy, I need new carpet. And they said, no, you don't. We just need to stretch them. I was so shocked by that. I couldn't believe it. Like, she could have made a big and honest to God, I wouldn't have known any better if she sold me a house full of carpeting. And she wouldn't. She said, you don't need new carpet. Now, I'm sure that you know, there are times things like that happen. Now, here's the deal. Hardwood floors, if they were done the right way, all they have to do is be refinished, right? True hardwood floors or
Yes.
not.
Yeah, true hardwood floors you can refinish.
How many times can you refinish?
A lot.
Wow. Now, when you install them and they're pre-finished, how long are those finishes better than the ones you can do on site?
Oh, absolutely. By
yeah.
far.
Now, when I have a pre-finished, let's say I have a pre-finished hardwood floor installed, how long will that last?
25 years before
Holy crap.
Before it needs to be refinished. We've been selling a lot of oiled floors.
What is that?
That's where, before they invented polyurethane.
There's no real finish on it, right? It's just oil?
It's
or what?
oil, yeah. And it's
soaked into the
wood. If
wood.
you want the best of the best, if you wanted the best hardwood floors,
Ever.
you would get a fumed oiled floor.
Fumed oil.
Yeah.
Nothing to scrape off. It's all soaked in.
Yeah, and the fumes, when they hit certain tannins in the wood with fumes,
Yeah.
it turns it a certain color, and it's colored all the way through.
Now, simplyfloorsinc.com, 303-731-5380.
Follow.
See you guys.
At Real